Exclusive live coverage of Fighting Tiger baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Space hit into right. Coming in to score is Pearson, and the Tigers take a 10-9 lead. Hey now!
Brought to you by the 7 partners that represent Team LSU. Cox, the official communications provider of LSU Athletics. McDonald's, official sponsor of the LSU Tigers. Our Lady of the Lake, official healthcare provider of LSU Athletics. Albertsons, the official grocery partner of LSU Athletics. Hancock Whitney, the official bank of the LSU Tigers. People's Health, the official health plan of LSU Athletics. And by Coca-Cola, official beverage partner of the LSU Tigers. The powerhouse of college baseball plays here. This is LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network. On Deck Show. Cajun Country Rice. Rice from Louisiana farms to your table. Live coverage of LSU Fighting Tiger baseball starts now. From inside the booth with the call of the game, here is the voice of your Fighting Tigers, Chris Blair.
After one of the best regular season college baseball battles in front of a record crowd last night, we're back again for Game 2 of this top 10 marquee matchup in the SEC as the number 9 Tennessee Volunteers once again battle your number 1 ranked Fighting Tigers of LSU. Hello everybody, this is Chris Blair along with Tiger champ Doug Thompson. Our straw stirring the drink back in the Capital One studios. Jeff Palermo welcoming you to Skip Bertman Field inside Alec Box Stadium on the campus of LSU in Baton Rouge for tonight's play-by-play story. Paul Skenes was sheer dynamite, while Gavin Dugas and Jordan Thompson provided the timely hits to help LSU take Game 1 last night in an instant classic 5-2. Here on Friday in Game 2, not sure it can live up to last night's high bar for tension, for drama, and excitement. But LSU will count on veteran right-hander Ty Floyd, while Tennessee has another superstar righty in sophomore Chase Burns getting the start tonight. Last night was a record crowd of over 13,000 here at Alec Box Stadium. Right now, the stadium filling up again as we speak for this Friday night contest. So find your favorite chair, grab your favorite beverage. Game 2 of this top 10 series. It's Tennessee, it's LSU, and it's coming up next on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Support your LSU Tigers with Hancock Whitney, the official bank of LSU Athletics. From game day to the offseason, Hancock Whitney LSU credit and debit cards are a big win for any Tiger fan. Want to get your paws on these cards? Well, apply online or visit HancockWhitney.com/LSU. Hancock Whitney Bank, member FDIC. All accounts subject to credit approval. Terms and conditions may apply. Albertsons is making shopping and saving easier than ever. Just For You deals is now Albertsons For You. It's everything you love about Just For You with all new perks. Get rewarded for just being you, including personalized deals, a free item every month, and even a treat on your birthday. With Albertsons For You, you earn points every time you shop and redeem them for discounts on groceries and more. Brand new Albertsons For You members receive $5 off their next $25 or more purchase just for signing up. Download the Albertsons app or simply update your existing mobile app to see your all-new, all-awesome perks. Albertsons. Fresh foods, local flavors. Together, we are partners, setting a new standard for health. Together, we prove that no matter how battle-tested we are, our spirit remains undefeated. Our Lady of the Lake and LSU are creating transformational change and impacting Louisiana with a new standard for healthcare, research, and education. Together, Our Lady of the Lake and LSU are champions for Louisiana. Together, We roar. Learn more at ololrmc.com/LSU.
Getting you ready for the first pitch of LSU baseball. We continue on the Cajun Country Rice On Deck Show. Time now to talk with Tigers on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
We're back here at Alex Box Stadium, Skip Bertman Field, Game 2 of the series between LSU and Tennessee. Time for Talking with Tigers. We're joined now by LSU junior right-hander Paul Skenes. Paul, of course, gave another phenomenal effort in last night's win over Tennessee. Paul, first of all, congrats on your outing. Great win for the team and great atmosphere here at the box. Just your thoughts on the night.
It was awesome to see everybody show up. Broke the attendance record last night, which is really humbling, and that's why you come to a school like LSU. It was awesome to be out there on the mound and to experience that, and literally everything I could have hoped for in that game.
After the game, Coach Jay Johnson said that this was your third straight outing where you're in the 100-pitch range, and he said your last pitch was just as impressive as your first one. Just talk about your ability to maintain your velocity and your sharpness throughout the game.
I think that's something I've always prided myself on since I've been a starting pitcher, dating back to, even high school. I've been able to hold my velocity, hold my stuff, I think, throughout my outing, and, compete the whole time. The crowd definitely helped with the adrenaline, but, it's something that, I've always prided myself on, holding my velocity and everything. It's a little bit higher this year than it's been in the past, but, it's really cool.
Your thoughts on this Tennessee club, having faced them? Of course, they had a tremendous season last year. A lot of new players in their lineup, but still a very talented club.
Yeah, I watched a lot of them last year. Probably like every other, college baseball player in the country. So I knew a lot of the guys in the lineup. I played with Maui over the summer. Yeah. And so I feel, that I was familiar with them leading into the game. We had a good plan. But, they're a really good lineup. Looking forward to the next two games and seeing what they do against our pitching and, what we do against them.
Ty Floyd gets the start for you guys tonight. Now, Ty got off to a tough start last week against Arkansas, but then really turned it around and ended up having a great outing. What does that say about him, his ability to recover after a tough start?
Yeah, I think that says a lot about who he is as a person, and a lot about his character. He's one of the best dudes in that locker room, I think. Does everything right, and it showed in that outing to be able to recover from that. A lot of pitchers, I think, would have spiraled, and he maintained his composure, maintained his stuff, and went out there and competed and gave us exactly what we needed, especially with the doubleheader that day, being able to save our bullpen.
All right, Paul, greatly appreciate it. Again, congrats on last night. Looking forward to tonight.
Yes, sir.
LSU's Paul Skenes with us, talking with Tigers. A lot more to come after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager. Learning the lingo.
Jelly. Jelly adjective. Jelly is a shorter, better way to say jealous. As in, Chloe, I am like so jelly of your unicorn phone case.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same. Visit adoptuskids.org, brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
We always picture the SEC student athlete for their speed, their vertical, their agility, but it's time we picture them for more. For their campus voice, their community outreach, and for the simple fact that 20 years later, they're still someone's pride and joy. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
Papa, why can't we telegraph while riding a horse?
Son, there ain't no one to blame but Jeffro. He was riding old Betsy the Stallion, tip-tapping away at his telegraph, when blam! Ran right into the side of the saloon.
Well, if Jeffro can't do it, neither should you. Don't text and drive.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
We are back on the Cajun Country Rice On Deck Show. With LSU Fighting Tiger baseball on the way. First, time to take a trip around the SEC on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Overcast skies here in Baton Rouge, but it is dry, and it's going to be another great night for college baseball here in Alex Box as Tennessee and LSU get together for Game 2 of this series. Hey, Craig, congratulations to this month's Cajun Country Rice All-Star MVP, Mandy Mate. Mandy was nominated by her best friend, Amy Cooligan. Amy says Mandy's one of the best cooks and bakers she knows. Loves spending time with her family, cooking for every holiday. So Mandy will win a Cajun Country Rice prize pack and a signed baseball by LSU head coach Jay Johnson. Again, nominate your All-Star MVP. Go to CajunCountryRice.com/LSU Tigers to enter to be April's Cajun Country Rice All-Star MVP. Time now to go around the SEC. Everybody gets cranked up tonight. 2 series began last night. Let's go around the SEC presented by Visit Baton Rouge. We're ready. Are you? Once again here in the booth to my left, Tiger champ Doug Thompson. Doug?
Yeah, I'll start off with the standings after last night's games, of course, here in Baton Rouge. And in Starkville, South Carolina and Starkville started that series. The Gamecocks win that ball game 6-3, keeping Mississippi State in the basement of the Western Division with no wins yet. They're 0-7. We'll look at the Eastern Division first. There's only one unbeaten remaining, and that is the South Carolina Gamecocks. They are 7-0. Vanderbilt is also unbeaten. They're 6-0. Florida and Kentucky are both 5-1. Missouri is 3-3. Tennessee, after last night's loss, is 3-4, and Georgia is 1-5 in the East. Looking at the West now, the Tigers lead the pack with a 5-2 conference record. Arkansas is 4-2, and then it's all downhill from there. Alabama and Auburn both losing records, 2-4. Texas A&M only 1 win so far in the SEC season. They are 1-5. Ole Miss is 0-6, and again, Mississippi State is 0-7. There are 3 games currently underway in the bottom of the 7th inning at Vanderbilt. Georgia trails the Commodores by a score of 5-2. Again, that's the bottom of the 5th. In the top of the 1st, they're just underway in Lexington. Missouri has a 1-0 lead on the Wildcats. Also in the top of the 1st, Auburn has scored the inevitable 2 so far against the defending Florida Gators in Gainesville, the 3rd-ranked Gators. Later on tonight, against South Carolina and Mississippi State at 6 o'clock, same time here. We'll throw the first pitch for Game 2 of that series, also at 6 o'clock Central Time. Ole Miss is visiting College Station this weekend, and at 6:30, Chris, the last game of the night, will be Alabama, who is visiting number 6, Arkansas.
Thank you, Doug. That's Around the SEC presented by Visit Baton Rouge. Remember, we're ready. Are you? Tiger fans, remember StubHub, the easiest way to experience every Tiger game. You check the virtual view, score your seats, and get your tickets delivered instantly. StubHub, the official ticket marketplace of LSU Athletics. StubHub, be there. We'll continue to take a look at the pitching matchup. The starters for Game 2 for Coach Tony Vitello and Jay Johnson. Doug will break that down when we continue on the Cajun Country Rice On Deck Show on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
When it comes to investing in your home's comfort, it's never just one thing. You want to make sure you get an air-conditioned system that's reliable, affordable, energy efficient, backed by a strong warranty, and is installed by a dealer you can trust. That's why people who insist on the best choose Trane. Plus, right now, Trane is offering special financing. So what's not to love? Visit TraneSouth.com to find a local Trane dealer today. It's hard to stop a Trane. Subject to credit approval. Ask for details. Hey, Baton Rouge, don't go to just settle for boring old frozen pizza for dinner. Head over to Fat Boys Pizza, where size matters. Come check out their large pies that measure 30 inches across, but the number scarcely does it justice. When you see their 30-inch pie, your whole world got smaller, and your idea of pizza got bigger. From delicious pizza choices, chicken wings, garlic knots, and so much more, stop by Fat Boys Pizza, located on Nicholson Drive in Baton Rouge, or visit them online at eatfatboyspizza.com. Hey, Tiger fans, 12 and younger, don't miss your chance to be a part of Mike's Kids Club, presented by Shell, the exclusive kids club of LSU Athletics. Join Mike's Kids Club for only $25. Get the official Mike's Kids Club t-shirt, free admission to select LSU athletic events, and much, much more. To learn about upcoming events and to join, please visit LSUMKC.com. The Mike's Kids Club, presented by Shell.
leading you up to first pitch of LSU baseball. Back with more on the Cajun Country Rice On Deck Show. Time to break down the game's starting pitchers on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Getting you ready for Tennessee and LSU Game 2 coming at you on this Friday night from Alex Box Stadium. Fans Capital One offering checking and savings accounts with no fees or minimums. What's in your wallet? Another good pitching matchup tonight, much like last night. Again, it was absolutely one of the most anticipated. Paul Skenes won that battle, of course, between he and Dolander. Tonight it's Ty Floyd and Chase Burns. And Doug, a lot of people will tell you all the talk for Dolander for Tennessee in his junior year, that next season, 2024, we're going to be saying the same things about Chase Burns. What do we know about the two starters tonight?
Well, we could say a lot of the same things right now about Chase Burns. Fastball bump 99. He's gusted up to 101 this year. He's got a drop-dead slider. It's got a little bit more depth, actually, than that of Dolander last night. And then he's got a changeup to boot. He's first-team freshman All-American, just about every publication last year. Even was a first-team All-American, just regular, not a freshman All-American last year. The co-freshman National Player of the Year, the Pitcher of the Year. He's been to Team USA. He's pitched in the big games. Chris, he has 59 strikeouts and only 9 walks in 34 innings of work this year. He's got a 4.15 ERA with a 2-1 record. And those 34 innings, he's allowed 27 hits, and opponents are batting .206. So that slider, that strikeout to walk ratio tells you there's a strikeout pitch in there somewhere. Can the Tigers lay off of it, and can they attack that fastball early? That's kind of what's the key here. Attack early, look for the fastball early to hit, kind of like they did in the first inning yesterday, and then adjust when you get behind in the count and foul off those sliders until you get a mistake. And on the other hand, for Ty Floyd, just stay the course, young man. He has been excellent throughout the course of the season. He gave up the inevitable 2 in his last start in the first inning, but then the signs of a real pitcher showed their head when he kept him scoreless for the next 4 or 5 frames. That's what you have to do to start in this league. Ty Floyd, again, has been excellent this year. 2.05 ERAs, 4-0, Chris. This will be his 5th start of the year. In 26 1/3 innings, Floyd has only allowed 6 earned runs. He has 9 walks and 31 strikeouts. And get this, opponents hitting 133 off of Ty Floyd. He's got big league stuff, a big league arm, and that off-speed pitch has maybe saved his career along with Wes Johnson. I can't wait to see Ty Floyd, hoping for another good start from him.
Again, 2 right-handers going in this one against sophomore righty Chase Burns for Tennessee and junior right-hander Ty Floyd for your Fighting Tigers. We continue with more. Up next, we visit with head coach Jay Johnson. A reminder, tonight's game brought to you by the 7 partners that represent Team LSU. Cox, McDonald's, Our Lady of the Lake, Albertsons, Coca-Cola, People's Health, and Hancock Whitney. Coming up, we talk to the skipper after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
This is Richard Zuslaw, CEO of Acadian Ambulance Service. On behalf of all the Acadian employee owners, please be careful while driving. Always use your seatbelt and never text and drive.
Are you a homeowner looking to keep your home cool while saving money? Perhaps you're an HVAC contractor who wants to offer customers more efficient, more consistent home comfort. Luxair is the name to know for unmistakably efficient and reliable home cooling, and great business building programs for contractors too. Contact your Luxair dealer to find out more. Or if you're a contractor, visit solarsupplyluxair.com to learn about working with Luxair. The LSU Tigers excel due to great preparation, talent, and execution. Those same principles are what make National Trench Safety the leader in the trench safety equipment industry. National Trench Safety is recognized across the country as the trench and traffic safety specialist, supporting the equipment rental and engineering needs for the refining, chemical, pipeline, power, transportation, and municipal market. Visit ntsafety.com today for more details. Remember, if it's in the trench, over the trench, or around the trench, National Trench Safety has you covered. Go Tigers! Tigers are your team, and Super One Foods is your grocery store. They offer super low prices from the moment you walk in their door, starting with the hottest deals on their famous wall of values. You'll get super savings on fresh produce, meat cut fresh daily, and all of your favorite brands throughout the store. Shop Super One Foods online or in store for super low prices on game day and every day. Go Tigers and go Super One Foods.
This is Richard Zuslaw, CEO of Acadian Ambulance Service. On behalf of all the Acadian employee owners, please be careful while driving. Always use your seatbelt and never text and drive.
As we continue on the Cajun Country Rice On Deck Show, it's time to visit with the top Tiger. This visit with LSU skipper Jay Johnson, presented by Hancock Whitney, the official bank of LSU Athletics, on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Back out here at the box, it's Friday night. It's Game 2, LSU hosting Tennessee. Tigers winners last night in a thriller. Joining us now before first pitch, head coach Jay Johnson. Coach, I tell you, I mentioned to you before we sat down, I've been a part of a lot of baseball games, seen a lot of baseball in my day. I know you have as well. That was an absolute thriller. Every pitch meant something. Every hit meant something. So many great plays. There was drama. There was tension. It was a record crowd. Just fantastic.
Yeah, great night for Tiger baseball. Really appreciate our fans for coming out in full force, and hope they're rolling through here tonight the same way.
Oh, I think so. I think they'll be here tonight and tomorrow. Paul Skenes last night. I tell people I have to start carrying a thesaurus to come up with new words to describe the way this young man is playing. But just step to the stage, step to the moment, and delivered.
Yeah, he's the best, and none of it's an accident. He's super talented. His preparation's elite. His character's elite. His attention to detail to what he needs to do to prepare during the week, his attention to detail during the game, the confidence, and can't ask for much more than what we're getting out of Paul.
I think last night what stood out to me offensively, Chase Dolander, again, fantastic arm, certainly going to have a great career at the next level. Your guys were able to get some good contact early, not a lot to show for it, but it felt like that gave you confidence as the game went on.
Yeah, no doubt about it. He really executed when he had to, and I thought we got good swings. It was like the fourth inning. I actually looked up and I was like, wait a minute, it feels like we've done better than one hit and no runs, but that's what happens with a good pitcher from time to time. But we were able to get him out in the fifth, and that was key. We didn't do a ton off of Halverson. However, that was the longest he's extended, and so he got a little tired, I thought, as he got to about pitch 50, and Jordan made him pay right there.
No doubt about it. I mean, there's so many guys in this lineup we could talk about on any given game. One of these guys steps up. Last night, Gavin Dugas, of course, gives the big lift to give you the lead. And then, as you said, Jordan Thompson, when ducks were on the pond, he delivered, as he has so many times in his career.
Yeah, just the experience that both those guys have, the confidence that they have in themselves, have really lifted our team to another level. And they don't get talked about maybe as somebody like a Dylan Cruz, because Dylan's the best player on the planet, but you know, those guys are contributing so much to our success right now, both offensively and defensively, and picked us up in a big-time way last night.
Certainly wanted to mention Garrett Edwards. He did a phenomenal job for you, as he has all season. Picked up another win, comes in there in a tough spot, but then settles down and really pitched well.
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking for a most improved pitcher in the program right now, it's Garrett Edwards, hands down, no question about it. So much faith to go to him in key spots, and a little tricky spot right there with a small hamstring injury with Nate to come in, and it's a tough deal. I mean, we're in a 3-2 count. That was the go-ahead run, so we couldn't walk more. He did a good job hitting a slider right there, but then to get out with no more damage, big deal for Garrett. And then to stay composed, we made an error in the ninth. They got a hit, tying runs at the plate, and then just to execute on those last two hitters was awesome.
Coach, real quickly, what do you want to see from Ty Floyd against this particular lineup for Tennessee, and what will we expect with their starter here on Friday?
Yeah, with Ty, we're excited about having him go. Pitched great last week against Arkansas. We felt like there were some things against Arkansas he could exploit. We feel the same way about this. Now this is a really good lineup, as they showed last night. They competed, they made hard contact. You have to earn your out. So he just needs to execute his plan. As far as Chase Burns, this is one of the best pitchers on our schedule. I mean, Dolander, a lot of hype, and rightfully so, because he's a draft prospect this year. We'll be talking about Chase Burns in the same light next year. So we have to compete because he gets going. He can get on a roll a little bit, and we don't want to let him settle into the game.
I know you'll have him ready, Coach. Best of luck. Get after him.
Awesome. Thanks, Chris.
Head Coach Jay Johnson, everybody. We get ready for Game 2 coming up, Tennessee and LSU. Stay with us. Starting lineups next on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Tom has been a teacher for over 40 years. One day, I think one of the students had asked the question and he didn't remember the answer. And I also noticed that he was letting his class out earlier than they were supposed to let out. I was really starting to worry.
Levi and I talked about out would change our lives, but he was there beside me.
When something feels different, it could be Alzheimer's. Now is the time to talk. Visit alz.org/ourstories to learn more. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
We always picture the SEC student athlete for their speed, their vertical, their agility, but it's time we picture them for more. For their campus voice, their community outreach, and for the simple fact that 20 years later, they're still someone's pride and joy. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
Put a frog in boiling water and it'll jump right out. But put a frog in cool water and slowly heat it up, that frog will boil. As veterans, we tell ourselves the lie that we can handle anything. We let the water boil. You are not a frog. If you or a veteran you know needs support, don't wait. Reach out. Find resources at va.gov/reach. That's va.gov/reach. Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
First pitch of LSU Fighting Tiger baseball is just moments away. Time now for the starting lineups. Presented by Cintas. Proudly helping Louisiana business stay clean, safe, and ready for the workday for over 40 years. On the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Fans have the right equipment to take on any job linked to the land. Visit Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana at sunequip.com. Let's take a look at the Cintas starting lineup. First for Tennessee under head coach Tony Vitello. The Vols 20-7 on the year, 3-4 in SEC play. They'll start off once again with Maui Ahuna, the shortstop, a junior hitting .290. Christian Moore will play second base and bat second once again. Blake Burke will be at first base. He'll bat third, a sophomore hitting .333. Jared Dickey will be the cleanup hitter in left field tonight. Was behind the plate last night, the sophomore hitting .323. Dylan Dreiling, the DH, will bat fifth, a freshman hitting .326. Hunter Inslee will be in center field in the sixth spot with a .295 average. Zane Denton will be at third base batting seventh, hitting an even .300. Christian Scott will be in right field once again batting eighth, senior hitting .216. And Charlie Taylor gets the start tonight behind the plate. He will catch and bat ninth, sophomore hitting .212. Now for your Fighting Tigers of LSU under head coach Jay Johnson in his second year. 23-3 their overall mark, 5-2 in SEC play. Gavin Dugas, hero from last night, will lead it off once again. The second baseman, a senior, hitting .347 with 8 home runs and 4 doubles. Trey Morgan will be at first base tonight. Will bat second again. The junior batting .299. Dylan Cruz, riding that 24-game hit streak, will bat third. The center fielder, a junior, batting .529. Tommy White will be the cleanup hitter, play third. Sophomore hitting .376. Kate Veloso will be the designated hitter once again for the Tigers in the 5 spot. Senior batting .467. Josh Pearson will be in right field. He'll bat sixth. Jordan Thompson, the shortstop, will bat seventh. Coach Jay Johnson wanting another left-hander in the lineup tonight against Chase Burns. He'll go with Braden Joubert, who will be in left field, the junior, hitting .268. And Brady Neal, the freshman, will catch and bat ninth, hitting .241 on the season. Tigers taking to the field. That means first pitch is coming up. We'll have that when we come back on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Together, we are partners, setting a new standard for health. Together, we prove that no matter how battle-tested we are, our spirit remains undefeated. Our Lady of the Lake and LSU are creating transformational change and impacting Louisiana with a new standard for healthcare, research, and education. Together, Our Lady of the Lake and LSU are champions for Louisiana. Together, we roar. Learn more at ololrmc.com/LSU.
Hi, I'm Kevin Falk, LSU Hall of Famer. My years at LSU were amazing. I've always loved celebrating with my teammates, especially when someone was serving up some delicious Manda salsa. For a lot of Tiger fans, it's just not game day without Manda in the mix. Serving top quality sauces and original seasoning is Manda's strong side. But it's not Manda's flavor that's always got me running back for more. You get it? Running back for more. After 75 years, the flavor still says it all. Manda Fine Meats, the official smoke sauce of LSU Athletics.
Y'all feeling lucky? Luke Combs here with the new Living Lucky with Luke Combs scratch-off. It's your exclusive opportunity to win the Living Lucky with Luke Combs prize package. You'll join me in Nashville for a private concert at the Ryman Auditorium in 2024. Or one lucky winner will have the chance to walk away with $500,000. When it rains, it pours for lottery players who enter to win the chance of a lifetime.
Play Living Lucky with Luke Combs from the lottery. Win up to $100,000. Must be at least 21 to purchase.
17 SEC championships.
The flag 5 R's in the pitch.
34 NCAA tournament appearances.
Swung on and hit the right field. Way back there. Way back there.
18 trips to Omaha. 6 national titles. The powerhouse of college baseball. This is LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball. On the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Friday night, Alex Box Stadium, SEC baseball, top 10 matchup, Tennessee and LSU. Tigers winning last night 5-2 in an absolute thriller. We're set to get this one started. Ty Floyd ready to go. Leading it off will be Maui Ahuna, the shortstop for the Volunteers, a left-handed hitter. Last night, Ahuna 1 for 4, had a base hit late in that game. First delivery, a strike from Floyd, and it's 0-1. Balls in orange jerseys, smoke gray pants tonight for game 2. Tigers going all white jerseys, pants, and of course traditional LSU lids. 1 ball, 1 strike to Ahuna. Floyd fires, and it's fouled back into the screen, and Ty gets ahead. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, overcast, but still perfect weather. It's going to stay dry, although the clouds are in the sky. Your game day forecast presented by AccuTemp. Another comfortable night here at the ballpark. That one misses just barely.
He couldn't. He called time.
Oh, then no
the
pitch.
umpire granted it. And of course, Floyd threw a strike, which would have been strike 3.
Late timeout given that time to Ahuna. From Brian Hell, our home plate umpire. Here's the 1-2. Missed. They'll say low. Leaving the count 2-2.
Fastball up to 98 miles an hour there from Floyd.
So Ahuna will dig back in. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Off speed, misses high and outside. That's going to fill the count. Tough break there for Ty Floyd, who was again dialed in early in that timeout. Let's see if he can get back in rhythm. 3-2 pitch in the air, center field. Cruz going back. And this one is going to come off the batter's eye. Straight away center field for Ahuna. My goodness. Deepest part of the park. Ahuna goes yard. That's his 5th home run of the year in Tennessee. Right out of the gate, takes a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, and in that timeout, the umpire granting the timeout, not trying to transfer the blame, but Floyd was way ahead in the count, 1-2, or yeah, 1-2. He threw a breaking ball. It was a beauty of a breaking ball. And of course, it was a no pitch. That's a tough break.
So 1-0. Solo home run won't kill you. And Floyd now will have to concentrate on Christian Moore at the plate, a .359 hitter on the year. It's 1 for 3 last night with a run driven in. Again, the wind blowing out as well towards Tiger Stadium, but Ahuna got plenty of that pitch from Floyd to get it out of here. There's a strike to make it 1-1.
Yeah, they say you have to score 1 to win anyway, right?
That's it. 1-1. Fouled off the hands and straight down into the dirt. And again, Floyd ahead in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Currently 79 degrees, but windy here. Last night, the wind blowing most of the evening right to left. Right now, it's blowing out towards Tiger Stadium in the distance. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Floyd trying to shake off that leadoff home run. Fastball right by him, swing and a miss. Down on strikes goes Moore as Floyd records his first Super 1 Food strikeout, 1 down.
Yeah, that's what you're looking for. You're looking for that bounce back strikeout after a home run. That's a good indicator that it did not affect Floyd in a way that the Vols would like it to.
So now you'll face Blake Burke, 333 hitter. Another lefty in this lineup. We mentioned it last night. They will fill the lineup card with left-handed hitters as Floyd fires, missing low and inside. 1 ball and no strikes. Burke last night for the Vols, 1 for 4. Strikeout victim on 2 occasions.
Yeah, another 6 left-handers in the lineup tonight.
1-0 to Floyd. Went around on the off-speed pitch. Couldn't hold back. It's 1-1.
Nice changeup there. We've seen them all so far. And he looks to be throwing them all for strikes.
The 1-1 fastball out to Dugas at second. Takes it on 1 hop in shallow right field where he was stationed. He'll throw to Morgan for out number 2. While we have a moment, let's pause 10 seconds. Station identification on this, the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Your home for LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball, the LSU Sports Radio Network, and streaming on the LSU Sports mobile app.
Along with our producer, Jeff Palermo, Doug Thompson, Chris Blair with you here for Game 2. 2 outs, top of the first. It's a 1-0 Tennessee lead. As Maui Ahuna, the shortstop, led off with a home run to straight ahead center field. 1-0 the count to Dickey, who played last night behind the plate. He'll be in left field tonight for Coach Tony Vitello. Dickey 2 for 4, had a couple of solid base hits in Game 1. 2-0 the count. Floyd fires, low and inside, ball 3.
16 pitches so far, 8 balls, 8 strikes for Ty Floyd.
3-0 delivery down the middle for a strike. Fastball 94, and it makes it 3-1. 3-1 pitch, chopper towards second base. Thompson coming over, grabs it, spins, throws to first. Morgan has it, out number 3. Jordan Thompson ran a mile to get to it, made the grab, fully extended, spins and throws. Morgan goes down to get it. Tennessee retired. They get a run on the board on a solo home run. They have 1 hit, nobody left on. We go to the bottom of the first. Half an inning, 1-0 Tennessee. Tigers come to the plate. Dugas, Morgan, and Cruz on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager. Learning the lingo.
Jelly. Jelly adjective. Jelly is a shorter, better way to say jealous. As in, Chloe, I am like so jelly of your unicorn phone case.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same. Visit adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
We always picture the SEC student athlete for their speed, their vertical, their agility, but it's time we picture them for more. For their campus voice, their community outreach, and for the simple fact that 20 years later, they're still someone's pride and joy. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
When you went car shopping, you meant business. You ace vehicle history searches and test drives. You out-salesman to the salesman. Now you've got your wheels. If you manage that, you can get your retirement plan on track. Visiting aceyourretirement.org can help. With 401k tips and smart saving strategies, you'll have the info you need to get more for your future. Go to aceyourretirement.org, because when it comes to speeding past financial challenges, you're an ace. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Back to the action of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
1-0 Tennessee with the advantage. Solo home run to lead off the game. Maui Ahuna, the shortstop, to center field. Off of Ty Floyd. Then Ty able to put that solo home run behind him. Had a great play by Jordan Thompson. The shortstop playing behind the second base bag. Chopping ground ball brought him near Dugas, and he still was able to spin, make the throw for out number 3. It'll be Dugas to lead it off. First pitch from Chase Burns, breaking ball, a little too high for ball one to Dugas. The 1-0 misses low, comes back with a fastball at 97. 2-0 the count.
Dugas was huge last night. Reached base 3 times. He was 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs, and of course that big 2-run homer to put the Tigers ahead.
The 2-0 high in the air, but this one angling foul down the line and left. He loves the left field line.
I mean, did that not look pretty similar to the ball off the bat last night?
Again, 107 miles an hour off the bat.
Yeah.
103 feet, the apex. That's a strike on the outside corner to even it up 2-2. And what, 395 out of here?
Something like that.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Dugas, leading it off for LSU. Burns fires, missing high. We got a full count. Mentioned Jay Johnson said in the clubhouse before the game, very impressed with Chase Burns, and as Doug told you in the scouting report, a little more bite, a little more break on the breaking ball than we saw from Dolander as he gets Dugas to chase that one well off the plate with the break, and Burns records his first strikeout. 1 gone here in the bottom of the first.
Yep, that's the strikeout pitch. It's a tight slider. He threw that one starting off right on the outside corner. It dove away out of the strike zone. Dugas tried to get a piece of it. That just wasn't long enough.
Jay also mentioned that's why that Joe Bear's in the lineup. There's a strike on the inside corner with a fastball at 98. Get another left-handed batter in there, as last week Texas A&M had some success against Burns from the left side. Here's the 0-1. Morgan drives this one, but foul to the bullpen in right, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, A&M got 6 hits, scored 6 runs off of it. And the week before that, Missouri in 5 innings had 8 hits and 7 runs. So he's been roughed off his last 2 outings, really.
The 0-2 fought off by Morgan, fouls it into the screen. Still 0-2. Fans, Our Lady of the Lake, proud to be the championship health partner of LSU. Together, Our Lady of the Lake and LSU, champions for Louisiana. Find out more at olrmc.com/LSU. The 0-2, this time hammered down the line, fair ball in right, going to the corner. Morgan around first, having to dig it out is Scott. And a stand-up double with 1 out for Trey Morgan. Brings the box alive. That's his 5th double of the year.
Yeah, he saw it really well during that at bat. Hit the hard line drive that just missed being fair. And that ball was hit hard as well.
So now we'll see Dylan Cruz. Cruz last night extended that hit streak to 24 games. He was 1 for 4 at the plate.
And Trey Morgan.
Pitch misses outside and high, 1-0.
Has now reached base, Chris, in 26 straight games.
Potential tying run here, the bottom of the first inning. Morgan down at second, Cruz at the plate. Burns checks the runner and fires, swing and a miss. Dylan couldn't time it out, and it's 1-1.
He was right on it. That slider just, again, started on the outside corner and darted out of the strike zone.
The 1-1. Missed at the knees. Good eye on that fastball. Moves the count ahead 2-1. Burns working from the stretch. Looks back to Morgan. Now the 2-1 to Cruz. Stays away, and it's a strike on the outside corner. Evens it up 2-2. Again last night, Cruz and Tommy White, 3 and 4 in the order, went 1 for 7. 2-2. A piece fouls it down the third base line. Still 2-2 the count.
And he went back to that slider again. That's 3 in a row now.
Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. Runner at second. The pitch missed outside. Good eye by Dylan to stay away, and it fills the count 3-2. Very tempting pitch that time for Burns. Cruz wisely keeps the bat back. So we'll see what Burns offers with a payoff delivery to Cruz. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Got a little piece, but held on to by Taylor. Cruz down on strikes, something that doesn't happen often. Just the 13th strikeout for Cruz on the year. And now we'll see Tommy White. As we mentioned, White last night 0 for 3.
Yeah, and that wasn't his best slider. That one stayed up in the strike zone. Cruz just missed putting the barrel on that ball.
Now we'll see White. Pitch to the right-hander. Stays away from that slider again that's outside. 1-0.
Well, Tommy White has an RBI about every other at bat. We could use that about right now.
Morgan with a 1-out double down at second base. The 1-0 to White. Hit in the air, left center field, giving chases Dickey. This ball is back there and comes off the top of the wall. Morgan easily scores, and White easily makes it to second with an RBI double. And we are tied 1-1. As Tommy White with his 10th double of the year, and that's his 43rd run driven in.
And that ball can't hit the wall any harder than it did. Looked like a tennis ball coming off the wall out there, and the Tigers trade places, and we got a tie ball game already, partner.
Second hit of the game for LSU coming here in the bottom of the first. And now we'll see Cade Beloso with 2 down and White down at second base. Pitch from Burns. Look out. Just missed him high and tight. 1-0.
Watch that pitch count for Burns up there around 20 already.
The 1-0. Down the line, fair into right field, gets by a diving Burke. Tommy White around third. Beloso makes the turn at first. He's got an RBI double. Back to back for the Tigers, and LSU leads 2-1.
Wow. I see you, Cade Beloso. Got a fastball in the inner part of the plate. And those quick hands got right through it, and he yanked it down the first baseline. No chance for Burke over at first to make a play on it.
Now Josh Pearson, another left-hander, stands in. The pitch from Burns misses high, eye level, and it's 1-0. Pearson 0 for 3, did get aboard and score a run last night. He's got Beloso at second. This pitch, again above the letters, ball 2.
11 strikes, 10 balls for Chase Burns so far.
Here's the 2-0 pitch to Pearson.
Oh.
Pops him up. On the infield. Burns getting out of the way. Who wants it? Tennessee can't decide, and it's going to bounce off the mound. Coming in to score. Running on the hit is Beloso, and it's 3-1. Tennessee with an uh-oh. But you could tell Burns looked up, said, all right, I'm going to get out of the way.
Oh, my goodness.
You had Denton coming over from third. You had Moore coming in from second. Ahuna, the shortstop. Nobody got to it.
And it's got to be another double. That's got to be another double, right?
Yeah.
I mean, nobody touched it. Well, that's the fourth double, back-to-back-to-back doubles for the Tigers. It's 3-1. Holy smokes.
So a time called, meeting on the mound here in Tennessee. I'm not sure. I'm sure they're talking to Chase Burns a little bit, but they might be talking to that infield.
Oh, my goodness. Literally all 5 of them were out there. There was no one on the bases. They all converged to the mound. The pitcher got out of the way, and that ball almost hit the rubber.
So now we'll see Jordan Thompson again. He and Dugas, the heroes last night. Base clearing double off the bat of Thompson to give the Tigers a 5-2 lead. First pitch from Burns misses high, and it's 1-0. Tigers 3 runs on 4 hits. Again, as Doug mentioned, 2 traditional doubles, actually 3 traditional doubles, and then 1 untraditional double. That's a strike from Burns, and it's 1-1. Morgan started off, doubled to right field with 1 out. Cruz would strike out swinging, then White doubled to left center to score Morgan. Beloso doubled down the right field line to bring in White. Here's a ground ball foul off the bat of Thompson. Smoked, but moves the count 1-2. And then Pearson popped one up to the pitcher's mound. Nobody wanted to make a play, and that scored Beloso. Put Pearson down at second base.
All with 2 outs. I mean, 3 doubles with 2 outs.
The 1-2. Got him to chase that slider. Down on strikes goes Thompson. But the Tigers get on top. 3 runs on 4 hits. No errors committed by the Volunteers. The Tigers leave 1 man on. 3-1 LSU. We go to the top of the second on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Albertsons is making shopping and saving easier than ever. Just For You deals is now Albertsons For You. It's everything you love about Just For You with all new perks. Get rewarded for just being you, including personalized deals, a free item every month, and even a treat on your birthday. With Albertsons For You, you earn points every time you shop and redeem them for discounts on groceries and more. Brand new Albertsons For You members receive $5 off their next $25 or more purchase just for signing up. Download the Albertsons app or simply update your existing mobile app to see your all-new, all-awesome perks. Albertsons. Fresh foods, local flavors.
Excuse me, do you know the average time of one full inning at an LSU baseball game?
10 minutes. Half an hour?
I think 45 minutes. Actually, one inning in baseball lasts about 20 minutes. Any idea how long it takes to complete a mortgage application?
I'm going to go with an hour and a half. I think it's about 2 hours.
Probably a couple days.
Actually, at Assurance Financial, you can apply for a mortgage in less time than 1 inning. Wow. Find out more. Visit them at AssuranceMortgage.com. That's AssuranceMortgage.com. Equal housing opportunity. NMLS number 70876.
It takes true grit to wake up every morning dedicated to a higher standard of work. At H&E Equipment Services, we're leveraging our national fleet of equipment with a local approach, working closely with customers to understand their needs and provide them reliability, fair prices, and the support of a first-class service team. We're an equipment company, run by equipment people. Where others stop, we continue. H&E Equipment Services, the higher standard in equipment rentals, sales, parts, and service.
Back to the action of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Tigers leading 3-1. Played 3 runs on 4 hits there in the bottom of the first inning after Tennessee took a 1-0 lead in the top of the first with a solo home run. But Tigers able to jump on Chase Burns to regain the lead. Here's one off the end of the bat, slow roller. White dives for it, throws from his knee. Morgan has to go up, and it brings him off the bag, and safe at first is Dreiling, who leads it off here in the top of the second. White went a long way just to get to it, slid, made the clean grab, but then trying to throw from his knee just elevated the throw to first.
The problem there, that was a routine ground ball to shortstop, but Jordan Thompson was played to shift. He was right behind the bag at second. Sometimes, obviously, the shift works out, but it seems like it hurts a little bit more when it doesn't work out. Tommy White made an excellent play to get over there again at the shortstop position. He had to stay on his knees, though, to throw it.
Infield single as Dreiling at first base. Now we'll see Hunter Inslee, the center fielder, pitch to the right-hander. Popped up towards the first base dugout. Morgan going over, giving it a look, and it is out of his reach. Drops down into the dugout of the Tigers, and it will be 0-1. You know, you mentioned Ty Floyd giving up the inevitable 2 last week against Arkansas and then settling down. It helped because his Tigers went out and gave him a lead eventually early in that game, and he seemed to get stronger as the game went along. So his offense did their part there in the bottom of the first. We'll see how he responds here in the top of the second inning. Breaking ball lifted foul out of play, and he gets ahead 0-2 on Inslee. Inslee last night for the Vols, 1 for 4. Strikeout victim on 2 occasions. He's batting .295 on the year, sitting in the 6th spot for Coach Vitello tonight. Runner at first for Tennessee on an infield single by Dreiling. The pitch, look out! Oh my goodness!
That hit somebody?
It hit somebody on the top rail of the first base dugout of LSU. And
it's not number 20, is it? No, it's not.
Everybody's all right. My goodness.
Oh, that was close.
I think maybe Is it Ethan Fry? Nope. Who is that?
Look at him. Right on the elbow. It's going to leave a mark.
Caleb Appleby.
Yeah. Oof.
But he's all smiles, so that's a good sign. Here's a throw over, and he throws, and they get him. Ty Floyd's got a great move to first for a right-hander. And for the second time, Tennessee has been caught off first. Last night, Brady Neal did it from home plate. Tonight, Ty Floyd gets Dreiling. And there's one out, and the bases are empty.
Seriously, if there's a quicker pick move to first base, I want to see it, because Ty Floyd does something with those feet. And, I mean, the ball's out of his hand before his feet are finished spinning.
Pitch to the plate, high, evens a count 2-2. What a great tag by. Not only was it a great move, but watching the replay, it was thrown to the front corner of the bag. Morgan got it, applied the tag to the hand. Here's the 1-2. High in the air to left field. This ball is deep, and this ball is gone. Second home run for Tennessee. This time off the bat of Inslee, and they get one run closer now. On another solo shot, this one to left field. Inslee goes deep, and that'll make it 3-2 LSU.
Well, thank goodness for the pickoff, right? Because then it would be a tie ball game. And you can keep giving those solo home runs up as long as you have the lead. This is still an opportunity for Ty Floyd to get what Coach Skip Bertman used to call shutdown points. When the other team scores, just make sure you give up less than what they score to keep the momentum in your dugout.
So now we'll see Zane Denton. First pitch, a strike from Floyd. And it's 0-1. The 0-1, another strike on the inner half at the belt. 0-2 now to Denton. Denton 0 for 4 last night in game 1. Fights this one off, fouls it into the screen. Still 0-2 the count. One out, a 3-2 LSU lead. Top of the second. Still a lot of baseball left here on this Friday evening.
Oh, we're just getting started.
The 0-2 misses inside. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
And if a couple of home runs and 4 doubles are the appetizer to this one, I can't wait to see the main course.
Very different start than we saw last night.
A little bit.
Runners and runs at a premium. The 1-2 in the air to left field. Going back, Joe Bear just shy of the track. He waits on it and gloves it for out number 2. So Denton retired. That'll bring us to Christian Scott. Scott, the senior right fielder. 1 for 4 last night. Did drive in a run.
Now batting right fielder, number 8, Christian Scott.
Yeah, Scott hitting .216 on the year.
First pitch, he swings, fouls it back.
And only .167 in league play.
Again, they'll have with the left-handed hitter the shift on. Thompson just left of the second base bag. 2 guys playing in shallow right center. Morgan keeping an eye on that first base line. That one missing for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. With 2 down, Floyd fires. Another foul ball trying to catch the off-speed delivery, and it's 1-2. As you said, partner, Ty Floyd early in this game, we've seen basically his entire repertoire.
Yeah, and that's a sign from the pitching coach that in the bullpen he had them all dialed in. A lot of times you see only 1 pitch because that's all the guy could get going through his bullpen session.
Fires a fastball at 95, misses too far inside. Evens a count to Scott 2-2.
Got a crazy score for you already in the SEC. Auburn leading number 3 Florida in Gainesville 8-0. They're only in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Ooh. See when they scored all their runs.
Still a lot of time left for Florida's offense.
For sure. They scored 6 in the top of the 2nd.
That one misses inside, so now Floyd looking at a payoff delivery here with 2 outs, nobody on. 3-2 pitch in the air, but out of play left side. Still 3-2. Floyd ready to go. Pitch to Scott on its way. Swing and a miss. Elevated the fastball. Down on strikes goes Scott. Second Super 1 food strikeout for Ty Floyd, and the Tigers hold on to a 3-2 lead. Tennessee, however, gets 1 run closer with a solo home run to left field. It's now 3-2. Tigers will send up Joe Bear, Neal 8-9, and then Dugas atop the order when we return on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Tom has been a teacher for over 40 years. One day, I think one of the students had asked the question and he didn't remember the answer. And I also noticed that he was letting his class out earlier than they were supposed to let out. I was really starting to worry.
Levi and I talked about how it would change our lives, but he was there beside me.
When something feels different, it could be Alzheimer's. Now is the time to talk. Visit alz.org/ourstories to learn more. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
We always picture the SEC student athlete for their speed, their vertical, their agility, but it's time we picture them for more. For their campus voice, their community outreach, and for the simple fact that 20 years later, they're still someone's pride and joy. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
Papa, why can't we telegraph while riding a horse?
Son, there ain't no one to blame but Jeffro. He was riding old Betsy the Stallion, tip-tapping away at his telegraph, when blam! Ran right into the side of the saloon.
Well, if Jeffro can't do it, neither should you. Don't text and drive.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
16-13 LSU at the end of one quarter.
Yeah,
on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
3-2 LSU leading. Braden Joubert to lead it off for the Tigers. Chase Burns delivers, and the first pitch letter high called strike, and it's 0-1. They played one quarter in Dallas. LSU leading Virginia Tech 16-13 after one quarter of play. The women's Final Four. This one missing outside to Joubert. 1 ball and 1 strike. Braden again inserted into the lineup for a number of reasons, but a lot of it having to do with adding another left-hander at the plate as he fouls this one back. Falls behind. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Joubert, a .268 hitter. Got 4 home runs, 1 triple, 2 doubles on the year. Batting .400 when leading off the inning. 1-2 from Burns. Good eye, misses high, evens the count, 2-2.
A lot of pop for an 8-hole hitter.
Yeah.
18 home runs a year ago.
2-2. Misses inside. Not by much, but a good take there again by Joubert. Feels the count, 3-2.
Good eye.
Braden steps back in. Burns looks in, gets the sign, ready to rock. The wind and the payoff delivery. That's a called strike 3. Inside corner, Joubert down on strikes, 1 away. 4th strikeout for Chase Burns so far.
How about 4 doubles and 3 strikeouts in the first inning? That's one heck of a line. Yeah, you see the confidence he has in that slider. That's at least the second time he's thrown it in a 3-2 count.
Missing outside, brings the fastball. Brady Neal looking at a 1-0 count. Neal, a .241 hitter. Burns 1-0 pitch. High and outside, 2-0.
Yeah, he's fallen behind quite often. He's already up to 34 pitches.
Neal with the start last night behind the plate, went 0 for 2, did get a board on a walk, and here's a half-hearted swing, foul back to the backstop, and it's 2-1. A little up in the zone, but
yeah, and when you're in that 2-0 count, you're sitting dead red, looking for that ball over the middle of the plate on your thighs, and it's 8 inches higher than your thighs. It's tough to check back on that swing, and that's what you just saw.
2-1, way out in front. 2-2.
And there's another breaking ball from a guy that throws 100 behind in the count.
2-2 to whoa, time called as Burns was ready to go, but stops his windup.
I think Brady was just saying, hey, I was just, had the hand up while I was digging in there.
So now the 2-2. Swing and a miss. That's strikeout number 5 for Chase Burns. 2 gone here for LSU in the bottom of the second. A look to Gavin Dugas to try to get something going with 2 outs. Top of the order. Dugas, strikeout victim to Burns, back in the first.
Yeah, the scouting report was accurate. Burns' slider much better than Dolander's slider, and I think even his command with his fastball is a little better as well. Or at least tonight it is.
Strike with at the belt at 97. Sets up Dugas 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Dugas pops it up. Shallow right field going back. The second baseman says he will take it, and he does. Christian Moore gloves it for out number 3. So 3 up, 3 down for LSU. They still have a 3-2 lead as we head to the top of the third here in game 2. Back after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
It's good to be able to make a change, to never feel stuck. That's why at Cox, we're making a change too. Now Cox Internet plans are flexible, so you can choose to just go with Internet, add TV tomorrow, or home automation down the line. It's easier than ever to get just what you want and nothing you don't. Flexible plans from Cox. Change anytime. No commitments, no penalties. See for yourself at cox.com/internet. Additional services can be added at then current regular rates. All services subject to residential customer service agreement and acceptable use policy. Restrictions apply.
Y'all feeling lucky? Luke Combs here with the new Living Lucky with Luke Combs Scratch Off. It's your exclusive opportunity to win the Living Lucky with Luke Combs prize package. You'll join me in Nashville for a private concert at the Ryman Auditorium in 2024, where one lucky winner will have the chance to walk away with $500,000. When it rains, it pours for lottery players who enter to win the chance of a lifetime.
Play Living Lucky with Luke Combs from the lottery. Win up to $100,000. Must be at least 21 to purchase.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
The powerhouse of college baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
3-2 our score here at the box. LSU holding on to a 1-run lead. Tennessee so far 2 home runs. Solo shots off Ty Floyd. LSU doing their damage in the bottom of the first with doubles. 4 in fact, scoring 3 runs. Floyd ready to work. First pitch swing and a miss by Charlie Taylor getting the start tonight. Did not see Charlie in game 1. Starting catcher swings and misses, and it's 0-1. Taylor hails out of Dunwoody, Georgia. 53rd plate appearance of the year. Swings, fouls this one out of play right side. And Ty Floyd ahead early, 0-2. Taking some time. Now Taylor digs back in. The right-handed hitter awaits as Ty Floyd looks in. The 0-2, missing high and outside with that heater. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. One-two delivery. This time swung on. Foul territory. Morgan near first has it for the grab. Had to dance around. Zach Neff kind of bumped into the first base umpire there. Neff, I think, got caught looking for the fly ball, too, and Morgan just kind of gave him a slight hip bump, made his way around him, and made the play. 1 away, now to the top of the order, and Maui Ahuna, one of those falls with a home run. He went straight away center field. Again, the wind blowing fiercely out here on Friday night. As this pitch short of the plate gets away from Neal, and it's 1-0 to Ahuna. And again, we don't know what would have happened, but Floyd got ahead of Maui in that first at bat. Then
I think
a pitch
struck him out.
Yeah, the pitch was a strike, but they granted time. And again, eventually, Ahuna won that battle with the home run. 2-0 now the count as that one misses outside.
I think the umpire even felt bad for 1 second.
No. 2-0 fastball, hammered but foul left side. 2-1. This inning brought to you by AccuTemp Services. Don't let AC or heater outages keep you on the bench this year. Text home run to 31996. Get your AC system checked from AccuTemp Services. 2-1 delivery from Floyd. Oh, boy, that looked pretty good at the belt. Maybe a little high, but it'll appeal down to third. I know he didn't go around, but I thought it was a good-looking pitch. Now 3-1. 3-1 pitch from Floyd. That is high. Ball 4. So Ty offers up the base on balls, his first of the night. And with one out, Tennessee has a runner aboard. And we'll see Christian Moore. Moore, a strikeout victim to Floyd back in that first inning.
Second baseman, Christian Moore.
Ahuna 2 for 3 in stolen bases this year. Again, Tennessee, one of the more aggressive base stealing teams in the SEC so far. All but 2 in the lineup tonight have at least one stolen base. Floyd fires, swing and a miss. Nice pitch down and away to Moore, and it's 0-1.
Gotta watch Ahuna over there. Excuse me, Ahuna.
Floyd glances over his shoulder to first. Now the 0-1. Rides in high, 1 ball, 1 strike.
It's probably not a good combo to double up, as Christian Moore can also run pretty good. He's 12 of 13 on the year in stolen bases.
1 ball, 1 strike. Righty on righty matchup as Floyd fires. Hammered to left center field. Coming down quickly. Cruz will play it on 1 hop. And the Volunteers with a walk. Now a single. Runners first and second with 1 out. And that's going to bring Wes Johnson, the pitching coach, out. And he will go out to visit with Ty Floyd here with 1 gone.
Yeah, concerned a little bit, Chris, of the pitch count of Ty Floyd. Only 1 out here in the 3rd frame, and he's up to 51 already. That's not quite as efficient as you would like to be. But Blake Burke, the next hitter, hit a ground ball at Dugas in his last at bat. It'd be mighty nice of him to do that again.
So the meeting's still going on. Now our home plate umpire, Brian Hell, on his way out there, but Wes Johnson is done. He will head back to the dugout, and with runners first and second, Ahuna at second on the walk. Moore with the base hit to left center is at first base, and we'll start to see some personnel now head down to the Tiger bullpen. Chase Shores leading the march to the bullpen for LSU. And he is sprinting down there to stretch. Runners first and second. The pitch swung on, foul, out of play left side. 0-1 to start Burke.
You know, with the wind blowing out, that's not ideal for any pitcher, but specifically Ty Floyd. I mean, he's a fly ball pitcher, and that can be dangerous, that combination.
The 0-1. Off the end of the bat, left of the mound. Going to be backhanded by Floyd. His only play is to first, but he gets it with a nice throw to Morgan for out number 2. Runners advance second and third, but a great play by Floyd just to get the second out of the inning.
That was a tough play. Had to backhand it while running away from first base, then plant and get rid of it pretty quick. He threw a dart strike to Morgan. A lot of times you see that, the player, the pitcher that is, rushing toward that third base bag, and he feels rushed. And of course he rushes the throw and tosses it down to the bullpen. But Floyd with a huge second out.
3-2 LSU leads. Now the Vols runners second and third. It'll be Jared Dickey who grounded out to Jordan Thompson, who made a fantastic play to end the inning. Top shelf fastball, swing and a miss, 0-1.
Little high cheese there.
Ahuna at third, Moore at second. Big spot here for Ty Floyd in this Tiger defense. The 0-1 to the left-hander. Again, slow bouncer in the infield grass. White picks it up, throws a bullet to first in time for out number 3. Great job by the Tiger third baseman. And Tennessee comes up empty-handed. No runs, 1 hit, 2 men left on. We go to the bottom of the third. Tigers still lead 3-2 on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
It's 4 a.m., Monday, and you're literally sucking baby snot through a tube because she's congested. Man, that's love. And if you love her that much, love her enough to make sure she's buckled in the right car seat. To make sure your child's in the right seat for their age and size, visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Show them you love them. Keep them safe. Visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
We always picture the SEC student athlete for their speed, their vertical, their agility, but it's time we picture them for more. For their campus voice, their community outreach, and for the simple fact that 20 years later, they're still someone's pride and joy. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
Put a frog in boiling water and it'll jump right out. But put a frog in cool water and slowly heat it up, that frog will boil. As veterans, we tell ourselves the lie that we can handle anything. We let the water boil. You are not a frog. If you or a veteran you know needs support, don't wait. Reach out. Find resources at va.gov/reach. That's va.gov/reach. Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
Back to the action of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Well, the Volunteers threatened there in the top of the third inning. Great defensive play by Tommy White to get the final out of the inning on a in-cap ground ball in the grass. He navigated the base runner and the baseball and threw to Morgan to end it. Speaking of Morgan, he'll lead it off for LSU. Pitch to the left-hander, missing outside. Of course, he had the double with one out back in the first inning to get it started when LSU played at 3 runs. The 1-0. Sent back foul into the screen to even it up 1-1.
Yeah, I feel like Trey's seeing the ball pretty good tonight. Put some pretty good swings on it so far.
Here's the 1-1 from Burns. Again, just missed, fouls this backward into the screen again. Falls behind 1 and 2. When things are heating up, don't forget, fans, you can cool it down with Slow Melt Ice. Colder, cleaner, and longer lasting since 1997. Check them out, slowmeltice.com. The 1-2 to Morgan. In the air to left field. And on the run, diving for it, Jared Dickey makes the play.
What a play.
Great play by the Tennessee left fielder, who again was catching for the Vols last night. Robs Trey Morgan of at least a single there on a sharply hit ball opposite field.
So, are you a dog guy, Chris?
Yeah.
You guys have a dog?
Yeah, we got 2.
There you go. Dylan Cruz does too. He's talking to his dad earlier tonight. And if you peep the cleats right now, they're his dog bone shoes, and on each shoe he has a picture of one of his dogs. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. Here's the 1-0 to Dylan. There's the breaking ball for a strike. Looked a little high. Dylan thought it was as well, but it's 1-1.
I was with his dad earlier, and he got a text from Dylan while we were standing there, and Dylan asked him to bring Kobe down next time he comes, which is one of his dogs down in Orlando.
1-1 misses outside. Good take that time by Dylan Cruz on that slider to the right-hander. It's now 2-1. Cruz a strikeout victim in the first inning. Burns, the 2-1. Pops him up. Between first and second, Christian Moore calls for it.
It's way up there, Chris.
And he missed it! In the glove, and he drops it! Dylan Cruz at second base. You could hear Christian Moore above this entire crowd telling his teammates he had it. But as Doug pointed out, it was a mile high in the air. He kept waiting and waiting. The wind carried it back, and it hit the end of his glove and falls harmlessly to the ground, and Cruz never stopped. He is standing at second base.
Yeah, to give you an idea of how much that wind is really a factor right now. First of all, that was a major league pop fly, would have hit the top of the dome type thing. But Chris, he started out on the infield grass, And that ball took him all the way out across the infield dirt to the outfield grass as Tommy White fouls that one over the grandstand. He's 0-1. How about that?
So Cruz arrives safely at second. Give the fielding error. That's the first against the Vols tonight. So Cruz reached by error and again advances to second. The 0-1 hammered to center field. Coming in Inslee, and he will dive and make the grab. One of the toughest plays to make in center field or in the outfield period is having to leap towards home plate, and he's able to do it and time it out.
We ask any outfielder, the toughest ball to field is the line drive right at you. We've seen the left fielder, now the center fielder, not only field it, but when you say a diving catch, these guys are catching the ball a half an inch off the top of the grass. The Tigers have been very close to exploding for several runs already this inning.
Here's Cade Beloso. First pitch inside, barely misses him, and it's 1-0. Cade also one of those 4 doubles in the first inning, drove in a run. Third double of the year for Beloso. He's got Cruz down at second. The 1-0 went around, pitch down and inside, 1-1. 3-2 LSU leads, 3 runs on 4 hits. Tennessee 2 runs on 4 hits. Those 2 runs, 2 solo shots. 1-1.
I went behind him.
Wow, threw it behind him all the way to the backstop, and Cruz now will make his way to third. So with 2 outs, a run just 90 feet away, and a 2-1 count to Cade Beloso. As that one, yes, got out of the grip of Chase Burns.
I mean, Cade Beloso lifted his front foot about the heel about 2 inches off the ground, and the ball scooted right behind it. Very close to a hit batsman.
2-1 pitch. Misses outside. Excellent take by Beloso, and it's 3-1.
And now Burns is up to 53 pitches here with 2 outs in the third.
2 outs, the 3-1. That's a strike right at the belt. That'll fill it up 3-2.
By the way, that was a 3-1 slider.
Yeah. Now Beloso ready to go. 2 outs, runner at third, payoff delivery. Outside miss ball 4. That'll put runners on the corners now. And we'll bring Josh Pearson to the plate. Now Pearson also one of those 4 doubles. His happened to go to the pitcher's mound.
Unbelievable.
Hit it straight up. And as Doug pointed out, every infielder was hovering around the mound. Burns got out of the way and nobody got to it. And not even close to it. Pearson looking for something a little bit different here. Runners on the corners, 2 down.
Tigers have been great at manufacturing runs all weekend so far with 2 outs.
Burns, leg kick and fire, and it's going to hit him. That'll load the bases. So now Burns with a hit batter. Second free pass offered up in the game. Tigers now with the bases loaded and the box coming to life.
Yeah, that's got to happen. Like now the LSU chant, now the Go Tigers chant. When you get the bases juiced and they got 2 outs, this is where you can really break the opponent's heart.
So it'll be Jordan Thompson, who last night with the bases loaded in a big spot was able to clear the bases with a double to the gap.
I need a sign for the student section that says get loud, like from here where I can let them know, like now's the time, guys.
2 outs, bases loaded. Got Cruz, Beloso, and Pearson aboard. Pitch to Thompson, swing and a miss. Fastball from Burns got by him, and it's 0-1.
It was a healthy fastball, 98 miles an hour.
The 0-1 to Thompson. Got him with the slider swing. Didn't have a full commitment to it. Falls behind 0-2.
Well, you got to work late now, way out front of a slider, way behind a fastball. Got to poke it the other way.
The 0-2 pitch misses high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That one at 91.
I feel like we were just here with Jordan Thompson in this same situation not too long ago.
The 1-2. Chase the slider. Down on strikes goes Thompson, and the Tigers strand 3. Here in the bottom of the third. They hold on to a 3-2 lead. But a missed opportunity there. Circle in your scorebook at home. We head to the top of the fourth. Tennessee comes to the plate, trailing by a run, 3-2 on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Now batting in the cleanup position, Jenny King, the king of clean.
Tiger fans, Janny King is a proud partner of LSU Athletics and even more proud to provide you, the players, and every fan that comes to a game here with a healthy stadium that has been cleaned by our team of professionals. Let us clean and disinfect your business. Go to JannyKingCleans.com now. That's JannyKingCleans.com.
Janny King, the king of clean.
When you're done listening to the Tigers take another victory, the rest of the city will be waiting. After all, there's a lot more to Baton Rouge than just Saturday nights. From famous historic landmarks to iconic hole-in-the-walls, even some of the world's best blues joints, there's something special around every corner. But these foodie flavors and soulful sounds are just a sample of what Baton Rouge has to offer. Whatever you're into, it's all right here. Go to visitbatonrouge.com and start putting together your post-game playbook.
Southern Air Heating and Cooling is proud to be an official sponsor of LSU Athletics. Their team of AC professionals have been serving the comfort needs of the people of Louisiana for over 25 years. Much like the fans of the Tigers, our commitment to Tiger Athletics and providing great service remains as strong as ever. Southern Air Heating and Cooling. Go Tigers!
All right, we'll need to ID down by 2 at half.
The powerhouse of college baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Dylan Dreiling leads it off for Tennessee. 3-2 LSU holding on to the one-run lead here as we move to the top of the fourth inning. Foul back behind the plate, evens the count now, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, they're going to shade him the same way they had him last at bat. And you see where Jordan Thompson's playing. The ball was hit, right at the shortstop last time. But this time, Tommy White has actually played a little closer to shortstop.
The 1-1 stayed away, misses high. 2 balls and 1 strike. They go to halftime in the Big D. LSU and Virginia Tech first the 2-1. Ground ball to Dugas. Diving, but it gets by him into right field. So Dreiling, second base hit of the day, and the leadoff man aboard for Tennessee here in the top of the fourth inning. And that, again, I hate to see if you're Ty Floyd. You mentioned the pitch count. This next pitch will be his 60th of the game.
Yeah, and that's the 3rd out of 4 innings that the Vols have been able to get that leadoff runner aboard.
Floyd from the stretch looks into Inslee, fires, strike on the outside corner. 0-1 the count.
Got to be careful.
Dreiling, one of those 2 for the Vols that does not have a stolen base as Floyd throws over and Dreiling falls on the first base bag. 0-1 to Inslee at the plate. Now time called by our home plate umpire. Dreiling almost knocked the wind out of himself.
He almost, pretty sure he took a face plant right on the middle of the bag over there.
Pitch to Inslee, way upstairs. Evens the count, 1 ball and 1 strike.
The last thing Dreiling wants to do is get picked off again. You could tell by the way he dove back in on the first throw over.
1 ball, 1 strike. Another quick throw over to first, but again Dreiling, not a very big lead, quickly back to the bag.
So some action down in the Tiger bullpen continues. Is that still the big guy? Yep. Jay Shores.
Here's the 1-1 pitch to Inslee. Pops him up.
Got a guy there.
Dugas at second base calling for it. Now coming back towards the middle, and he's able to grab it. The wind again playing havoc with high fly balls. And Dugas started almost right between first and second. The wind carried him back towards the second base bag near the center field grass, but a great job by Dugas to get a glove on it for 1 out.
Yeah, for the most part, when you're teaching hitters how to hit, you're trying to get them to drive it through the infield, hard on the ground, hard on the line, especially at the college level, because the pop fly is easy to catch, right? Not tonight. Not tonight.
Runner at first, 1 down. Zane Denton now to the plate. Floyd facing the left-hander, and this pitch driven to right field. Pearson going back, and this one is gone. Third home run of the day for Tennessee, and now they take back the lead. Denton drives that one to right center. That will make it 4-3 Vols. Again, you get a solid hit on a baseball here, get it up in the air. The wind's going to help you get it out of here.
Yep. Tonight is not the night for a fly ball pitcher.
So we'll see Christian Scott still just 1 away. Another left-hander, Ty Floyd delivers. Did he go? They appeal to third. They say no. The ball missed low and inside. 1-0 the count. So the Vols, a couple of solo shots, now a 2-run shot, and they lead 4-3. Swing and a miss. Off speed. Couldn't get around and reach it. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 from Floyd. Across the plate, in off speed. Gets ahead, 1 ball, 2 strikes. One-two delivery. Called strike 3 on the inside corner. Nicely placed by Floyd. 2 gone. Ty records his 3rd Super 1 food strikeout of the night. That's one way to come back from giving up the home run.
That's the best way. That puts a little bit more confidence back in your head coach, your pitching coach. Again, it's just a great sign that that pitcher's not flustered after a home run when he fights back with a strikeout.
So now we'll see Charlie Taylor, and the first pitch strike at the knees. The fastball, 95, still healthy from Ty Floyd. It's 0-1. Taylor popped up foul territory. Right at first base to Trey Morgan his first time up. Floyd, the 0-1. Again, same pitch. Down in the zone, across the plate, and he gets ahead, 0-2.
Let's see if they stay pitching backwards. That's 2 breaking balls, 2 off-speed pitches to start it off. We'll see if he comes back with a fastball here and fools him.
Taylor awaits. Floyd looks in. The 0-2. This is outside and low. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Try the fastball.
Two outs, nobody on. The 1-2 in the air, shallow right field. Going back is Dugas. Coming in is Pearson. Dugas, though, makes the call. Had a better angle, got there quicker, and he'll have it for out number 3. However, Tennessee regains the lead. 2 runs on 2 hits. A 2-run bomb makes it a 4-3 Volunteer lead here on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
My husband had a gun. Him and his friends would go shooting. The ammunition, unfortunately, was not stored separately. In a million years, we never thought that Emily could. There's a hole in our family that can never, ever be filled.
63 Americans a day die by gun suicide. With safe gun storage, we can give our loved ones a second chance at life. Learn more at endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by Brady and the Ad Council.
We always picture the SEC student athlete for their speed, their vertical, their agility, but it's time we picture them for more. For their campus voice, their community outreach, and for the simple fact that 20 years later, they're still someone's pride and joy. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
Right now our country feels divided, but there's a place where people are coming together.
I was nervous to talk to someone so different than me.
Me too.
Love Has No Labels and One Small Step are helping people with different political views, beliefs, and experiences connect through conversation, and it feels good.
This conversation gives me hope.
It gives me a lot of hope, too.
Take a step toward bringing our country and your community together. Start a conversation at lovehasnolabels.com/onesmallstep. A message from StoryCorps, Love Has No Labels, and the Ad Council.
Back to the action of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Tennessee leading 4-3, bottom of the fourth inning. Tigers come to the plate. Chance to get back on top. It'll start with Braden Joubert to lead it off. Joubert caught looking first time up. His first delivery from Burns. Swing and a miss. And that slider into the left-hander, and it's 0-1.
Yeah, how many pitches? 61. Can that speed up a little quick? He's starting to get dialed in.
The 0-1 to Joubert. Stays away. Misses high. 1 ball, 1 strike. 34-32. Virginia Tech on an 11-0 run. Leads at halftime in the Big D in the NCAA Women's Final Four over LSU. Having to chase this one up and in. Joubert falls behind 1 and 2. They're at halftime.
They say basketball's a game of runs, right? So that means LSU's got the next one and pull right back ahead.
1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch to Joubert. Swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And you're exactly right, partner. Burns starting to get dialed in.
Yes.
That's his 7th strikeout of the night. Brady Neal now to the plate. He was a strikeout victim in the 2nd inning.
Well, he doesn't really have that fastball command, so he's really just gone to his slider and leaned on it heavily, and it's paid off over the last 2 innings.
This one a fastball, hammered foul off the bat of Brady Neal, left side. 0-1 the count. The 0-1. Ground ball, but a bouncer foul right at first base, and it's 0-2. Let's pause 10 seconds. Station identification on this, the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Your home for LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball, the LSU Sports Radio Network, and streaming on the LSU Sports mobile app.
Neal behind in the count, 0-2, and the 0-2 pitch rides high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Welcome back into the broadcast booth here on this Friday night, game 2 of this series. Our producer, Jeff Palermo, in the Capital One studios. Doug Thompson, Chris Blair here at the box. As the 1-2, little foul tap to keep Neal alive. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. It's a 4-3 Tennessee lead. Ball struck first with a solo home run by Ahuna on the top of the first. LSU would answer with 3 runs on 4 hits, 4 doubles in the bottom of the first, as this one popped up foul by Neal out of play. Still fighting at the plate. Tennessee would get 1 back in the top of the second, and then add 2 in the top of the fourth. Gave up 2 solo home runs and a 2-run home run. That's the offense tonight for Tennessee as Brady Neal takes a swing. It's a drive going back, and this one is gone into the diamond deck in right. Brady Neal behind in the count, a 1-2 pitch, his 3rd home run of the year, and we are tied 4-4.
Yeah, and I'll tell you why that was a special at bat for a freshman. The 0-2 pitch, remember, it's a fastball up, and Brady Neal checked and went at it, but he held those hands back. And those young hitters, that's the one they have trouble with, the high fastball. Brady Neal did that. Then he fouled off the best pitch from Chase Burns, the slider right over the back of us, Chris, and then planted one out there in the Community Coffee Diamond Deck. You can't have a much better at bat than that for Brady Neal to tie up the score.
And it gets us to the top of the order as Gavin Dugas, first pitch high and inside. It's 1-0. Pitch to Gavin, breaking ball for a strike. Nicely delivered by Burns, and it's 1-1. Dugas tonight 0 for 2 so far. Strikeout in the first, popped up to the second baseman Moore last time. Here's a swing and a miss. Again, breaking ball from Burns. Certainly locked in at the moment. He gets ahead 1-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Dugas swings, skies one deep to left field, going back. Dickey to the wall. Back-to-back jacks. Dugas, home run number 9, and the Tigers lead 5-4. Hey now.
Hey now is right. How about these Tigers? Last game, Tennessee takes a 1-0 lead. They come back in the bottom of that inning and score 2. Later in the game, they take a 2-1 lead. The Tigers come back and score 3. Tonight, the Vols take the lead. The Tigers come back and answer once again and take the lead. Boy, this looks a lot like a championship team, Chris Blair.
Neal with the homer to right. Dugas to the left field landing. Pitch count now to 74 for Chase Burns, and we'll see Trey Morgan still just 1 out.
You won't hit 1-2.
The pitch. Strike.
You know, Tony Vitello was about 5 steps out of the dugout. Looked like he wanted to go out there and talk it over with Burns, but Burns was quickly onto the pitch.
The 0-1 to Morgan. In the air, left center field gap on its way, going back. And this one going to come off the wall, and Trey Morgan has his second double of the game. And this place just got turned up to 11.
Well, I thought Trey Morgan might have been seeing the ball well tonight. Don't forget, he had a double in the first, then he lined out last inning to left field, and that ball was smoked. One hopped off the left center field wall. The Tigers are hot, and maybe Tony Vitello should take a minute to go out there and talk with his pitcher.
Here he goes. I didn't even need to tell you that based on what you hear from the crowd.
Yeah, nope, they don't like this guy. Oh, they're going to the bullpen.
Yep, he made the call before he crossed the third base line. So
check another big arm off.
Chase Burns run out here in the bottom of the 4th inning with the long ball for LSU. A couple of homers. Trey Morgan with a double. 1 out. Runner at second. We got a new ball pitcher coming in. Pitching change powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana. Back after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hey, Tiger fans, don't miss out on the latest John Deere deals from Sunshine. Ask us about tractor packages with 0% financing available. From Alex Box Stadium to your own backyard, the grass is always greener behind the wheel of a John Deere. Learn more at sunnyquip.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer ends May 28, 2023.
Albertsons is making shopping and saving easier than ever. Just For You deals is now Albertsons For You. It's everything you love about Just For You with all new perks. Get rewarded for just being you, including personalized deals, a free item every month, and even a treat on your birthday. With Albertsons For You, you earn points every time you shop and redeem them for discounts on groceries and more. Brand new Albertsons For You members receive $5 off their next $25 or more purchase just for signing up. Download the Albertsons app or simply update your existing mobile app to see your all-new, all-awesome perks. Albertsons. Fresh foods, local flavors. Support your LSU Tigers with Hancock Whitney, the official bank of LSU athletics. From game day to the offseason, Hancock Whitney LSU credit and debit cards are a big win for any Tiger fan. Want to get your paws on these cards? Well, apply online or visit HancockWhitney.com/LSU. Hancock Whitney Bank, member FDIC. All accounts subject to credit approval. Terms and conditions may apply.
The powerhouse of college baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Slightly different game here tonight than last night. So far, here in the bottom of the 4th inning, both teams with 9 runs. Good news is, at the moment, LSU leads 5-4. Both teams using the long ball, aided by a strong wind out of the ballpark tonight. LSU with back-to-back jacks here in the bottom of the 4th. Neal homer to right, Dugas homer to left. Morgan then doubled. Bounce off the wall in left center field, and that ends the night for starter Chase Burns. They'll hand the baseball off to Andrew Lindsay. A very deep bullpen, as Doug told you last night and reiterated before tonight's game. In fact, last week in Game 3 against Texas A&M, they strolled out 8 different arms in that contest. So Lindsay takes over, and he'll face Dylan Cruz, again with Morgan down at second and 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th frame. First pitch to Cruz. Down and away, ball one.
Yeah, Andrew Lindsay making his 11th appearance of the year. That's second on the team. He enters with a 2.25 ERA. In 16 innings, he's allowed 7 hits, 7 runs. He has 7 walks and 21 strikeouts.
The 1-0 pitch. Again, almost same spot, down and away. 2 balls, no strikes. Cruz tonight, strikeout victim to Burns in the first. Got a board on an error by Christian Moore on a 7-mile-high pop fly to second base. By the time the ball came down, Dillon was standing on the second base bag. This one high and inside. Brushes Cruz back, and it's now 3-0 as that fastball at 95. Sure, Dillon heard.
Yeah, the fastball will sit 94 to 98. Curveball is in the high 70s. There's a slider in the mid 80s and a changeup. 4-pitch guy.
3-0 count to Cruz. Lindsay fires. Swing with the green light on and fouls it off straight into the dirt. And it's now 3-1. Want to send a shout out? It's a great crowd here tonight. I know one Tiger fan's having an absolute blast at the moment, and that's Blake Ellington. Blake, I know you're enjoying the game. We are as well. 1 out, 3-1 count. Runner at second. Pitch to Cruz. Swing and a miss. Field to count 3-2.
He had bad intentions there. By the way, Cruz reaching on the air now pushes his reach base streak to 27 games, and Dugas also now extends his reach base streak to 26.
Payoff delivery. Lindsay to the plate. Down in the dirt, ball 4. So Cruz will earn the walk, and with 1 out, the Tigers have runners first and second. And here comes Tommy White. Tommy White 1 for 2 tonight, had a double with an RBI, one of those 4 doubles in the first inning. Fly ball out to center field back in the 3rd inning. But the Tigers again leading 5-4. Just 1 out. This is a crucial time in this game without question with runners first and second.
And by the way, White is really seeing it well. First at bat, he hit a double off the left center wall. And his last at bat, a missile out to center field on the line.
First pitch. Called strike. Off speed, and it's 0-1. White now has seen the first pitch from Lindsay. He'll dig back in. Morgan off of second. Nobody holding Cruz on at first. He's got a sizable lead. Here's the 0-1. Hammered but foul towards the seats. Down the line and right. And Tommy falls behind 0-2. So now Tommy Tanks will take that wide stance from the right side of the batter's box. There we go. He'll hunker down just a bit. With 1 out, runners first and second. Lindsay looks to second, and the 0-2. In the air, center field. Going back, Inslee. Inslee's got room. He makes the grab. Everybody retreats back to first and second.
Ah, man, base runners both went halfway there. I feel like that one was hit deep enough, Chris, for Trey Morgan to tag up and get to third base. Maybe not Cruz from first to second, but I didn't like the base running there. And I don't think Jay Johnson did either. They're showing him right now in the dugout. Doesn't look very happy.
No.
Oops.
So now Cade Beloso, who's been aboard twice. A double with an RBI in the first, aboard on a walk in the third. Pitch to the left-hander on the outside corner. Fastball at 96 gets Lindsay ahead. 0-1. Again, LSU taking the lead. 5-4. The 0-1 to Beloso at the knees.
That was nasty.
Called strike 2.
Tight little slider, almost looks like a cutter at 89 miles an hour, right over the outer edge.
2 outs, runners first and second. Lindsay kicks and fires. The 0-2 missed outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Dare I say, 5 runs just doesn't feel like to me going to get it
tonight.
done.
Not with that flag the way it is. Again, Morgan takes his lead off second. Dillon will
take an extended lead off of first. Nobody holding him on, and the 1-2 to Beloso. Look out!
Goodness
Foul
gracious.
ball into the dugout of LSU. That time everybody dropping down out of the way. Second time they've been targeted here tonight. 1 ball, 2 strikes, still the count remains to Cade Beloso. Just looking for Lindsey to make a mistake here if you're Cade Beloso. The 1-2 in the air to right field, coming down quickly, and again another great grab. Christian Scott leaves his feet, makes out number 3. So the left fielder's done it, center fielder's done it. Christian Scott said, looky what I can do. But the Tigers do regain the lead. They now lead 5-4. We go to the top of the 5th inning. Still a lot of baseball left. We'll return after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hi, I'm Kevin Falk, LSU Hall of Famer. My years at LSU were amazing. I've always loved celebrating with my teammates, especially when someone was serving up some delicious Manda salsa. For a lot of Tiger fans, it's just not game day without Manda in the mix. Serving top quality sauces and original seasoning is Manda's strong side. But it's not Manda's flavor that's always got me running back for more. You get it? Running back for more. After 75 years, the flavor still says it all. Manda Fine Meats, the official smoke sauce of LSU Athletics.
Together, we are partners, setting a new standard for health. Together, we prove that no matter how battle-tested we are, our spirit remains undefeated. Our Lady of the Lake and LSU are creating transformational change and impacting Louisiana with a new standard for healthcare, research, and education. Together, Our Lady of the Lake and LSU are champions for Louisiana. Together, we roar. Learn more at ololrmc.com/LSU. NIL is dominating the college sports scene, and LSU has positioned itself at the front of the pack. But to remain competitive and stay ahead of the rest, we need your support. Bayou Traditions is the official NIL collective of LSU Athletics. Join the tradition and become a member by signing up online at BayouTraditionsCollective.com. Members receive exclusive access to LSU student athletes that you can't get anywhere else. Help ensure LSU remains a leader in the NIL arena. Sign up today at BayouTraditionsCollective.com.
Powerhouse of college baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Back and forth we go here in Game 2 tonight at the Box. LSU leading 5-4. Top of the 5th inning. Tennessee to the plate. Starting it off, Maui Ahuna. Top of the order for the Volunteers. Ahuna tonight had the solo home run to start the game to give the Vols a 1-0 lead. Reach base in the 3rd by way of walk. Ty Floyd begins his 5th inning of work. 4 innings so far, 6 hits, 4 runs, all 4 earned, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. As that one misses to get behind Ahuna now, 2-0. Floyd fires. There's a strike just above the knees, 2-1. And Chase Shores still throwing. Looks to be ready to go if need be for Jay Johnson. Here's the 2-1. Strike on the inside corner. Fastball just caught the inner black, and it's 2-2.
It's a big inning with the top of the order up.
2-2 pitch fouled off by Ahuna, left side. Invite you out Monday night for the Jay Johnson Show, 7 to 8 p.m. You can tune in on Eagle 98.1 in Baton Rouge, or join us there at TJ Ribs on South Acadia. Recap this weekend and look ahead to next weekend as the Tigers go on the road. 2-2, swing and a miss. Fastball by Ahuna. Floyd with his 4th Super 1 food strikeout of the night, and 1 gone here in the top of the 5th inning.
At the plate for the Volunteers, second baseman.
Only the 2nd time tonight Ty Floyd has been able to get that leadoff batter.
First delivery to Christian Moore. Down low for ball 1. Moore tonight 1 for 2. He had a single in the 3rd. He was a strikeout victim to Floyd back in the 1st inning. The 1-0 breaking ball just above the belt. Moore doesn't like it, but it's called strike 1. He's still now he's saying, okay, that's where the strike zone is. All right. Here's the 1-1. Short of the plate, gets away from Neal and makes it 2 balls, 1 strike.
Chase Shores Still boiling down there in the bullpen. He is most certainly ready to go if needed.
With one out, the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Fastball a little up in the zone. More late coming around, and it's 2-2. LSU women's basketball in a battle right now as Virginia Tech picking up where they left off to end the second quarter. Here's the 2-2. Got him to chase. Swing and a miss. Down on strikes goes Moore. 2 gone. As Ty Floyd records another Super One Food strikeout, his 5th of the night. It's 51-43 with about 4 minutes and 20 seconds to go in that third quarter from Dallas. Virginia Tech with the lead.
You're not worried, are you? Kramer's mom's got that.
Waiting for that LSU run. Got to be.
It's coming soon, right?
Yeah. Blake Burke, left-hander, with 2 down. First pitch from Floyd, missing outside. 1 ball, no strikes.
You know, I'm going to say it. I'm probably going to jinx it, but I'm going to say it. I think this is the best Ty Floyd's looked yet.
Here's the 1-0. Misses outside. Now 2-0 to Burke, who grounded out to Dugas in the first inning. And then a ground ball back to Ty Floyd, who made a great play. 2-0.
Back-to-back changeups.
Inside missing. Now 3-0. Delivery, ground ball. Dugas coming over, picks it up, throws, and in time for out number 3. So Dugas with the 4-3 put out, and Volunteers go in order in the top of the 5th. LSU with a 5-4 lead. Tigers come to the plate. It'll be 6, 7, and 8. Pearson, Thompson, and Joe Bear when we return on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hub International is Louisiana's premier employee benefits and commercial insurance brokerage. Hub can insure just about any risk that your business faces. Did you know Hub even insured the bonuses for our football coaches in 2022? Hub specializes in the construction, healthcare, real estate, and hospitality industries. Chances are you're probably already doing business with someone who does business with Hub. Turn to the agency that the Tigers, Saints, and Pelicans choose. Hub International. Visit them today at hubinternational.com.
Y'all feeling lucky? Luke Combs here with the new Living Lucky with Luke Combs Scratch Off. It's your exclusive opportunity to win the Living Lucky with Luke Combs prize package. You'll join me in Nashville for a private concert at the Ryman Auditorium in 2024. Or one lucky winner will have the chance to walk away with $500,000 when it rains, it pours for lottery players who enter to win the chance of a lifetime.
Play Living Lucky with Luke Combs from the lottery. Win up to $100,000. Must be at least 21 to purchase.
And we're back with breaking news. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any Coke fan, so make sure you... Jim. Jim. We're on the air.
Ooh, yes, this tastes like the best Coke ever to me. Your thoughts, Jen?
Well, can I have a sip?
Jen, we're in the middle of reporting the news.
I need to try it first.
Back to the action of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Bottom of the 5th inning, Josh Pearson will lead it off for LSU, who leads 5-4 here in Game 2 over Tennessee as the first pitch missing inside at the ankles. 1 ball, no strikes. Andrew Lindsay, who took over on the mound for Chase Burns. Right-hander delivers the 1-0 pitch to Pearson. Fouled off. Little roller towards the first base dugout, and it's 1-1. Fans just like the winning lineup. Cintas has the all-star services for all of your business needs. Everything from uniforms to kitchens and restroom solutions. Get ready for the workday with Cintas. Now the 1-1 pitch to the plate. Pearson fouls it back, falls behind 1-2.
Catch up some scores around the SEC. Already a final. Vanderbilt at home defeating Georgia tonight by a score of 9-2.
Here's the 1-2 to Pearson. Just missed the outside corner. Good eye by Pearson to stay away. And that'll even it up now, 2-2.
And that keeps Vanderbilt undefeated. Only 2 teams still undefeated in the SEC, and one right now is on the ropes.
Pearson awaits the 2-2 delivery. Just inside. So after falling behind early, Pearson works it full.
In Lexington, the Kentucky Wildcats hold a 5-run lead at 7-2 in the bottom of the 6th inning against visiting Missouri.
Ground ball. Worm burner down the first base line. Still keeps it 3-2 to Pearson.
And in Gainesville, Auburn put 6 on the board in the 2nd inning. And they still hold that lead. It's 8-1 in the top of the 6th.
3-2 pitch to Pearson, and again he fights it off, fouls it out of play left side. Just saw Big Ben McDonald taking in the game with his family tonight. Not many times. Most of the time he's working. Worked with the crew last night. Getting a little selfie there.
Mom and Dad.
Yeah.
Jace. Mississippi State and Starkville. How about this? Leading the Gamecocks 6-1.
Called strike
That
3.
was not a strike.
Oh my goodness. That one almost caught the hands of Pearson, who was backing out. But Lindsey gets the benefit of the call, and that'll be his first strikeout in relief. One gone, and now we'll see Jordan Thompson. My goodness, that's Josh Pearson. That's a hard one to take and walk back to the dugout.
That's a tough pill to swallow.
Which, by the way, Ben got those front row seats. That's what all you former Tiger pitchers get when you come to the ballpark.
I don't know. Not me.
Here's a ground ball off the bat of Thompson. Tough hop, but Denton fields it and throws to first in time to get the speedy shortstop for the Tigers. 2 gone. And that'll bring Braden Jobert.
So it looks like not only is Mississippi State maybe going to get their first win of the year in conference play, but South Carolina might get their first loss. Again, that's 6-1, top of the 5th. We'll keep you posted there. And Ole Miss trying to get win number 1 in conference play. They lead 4-3 over Texas A&M and College Station. That game is in the top of the 6th inning.
Jobert stands in. There's a strike on the inside corner. Jobert tonight looking for better results here in his 3rd at bat. Caught looking in the 2nd, struck out swinging in the 4th inning. Lindsey's 0-1. Tries the same spot, but too far inside and a little low. Evens the count 1-1.
And finally, Chris, in the bottom of the 3rd inning, Arkansas at home this weekend against Alabama. They're knotted up at 1 apiece.
1-1. There's a strike on the outer half. And now Jobert behind in the count 1-2. Two gone. Bottom of the 5th. LSU leading 5-4. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Jobert. Off the end of the bat. And a fair ball just inside the 3rd base bag. Into the bullpen of Tennessee. Chasing it out is Dickey, and a 2-out double for Braden Jobert, and that'll be his 3rd double of the year. So he gets his first hit of the night, brings the box back to life. The Tigers now will have Brady Neal, who last time had the solo home run into the diamond deck.
Yeah, a 2-out, 2-strike hit there by Braden Jobert, and I tell you, that was a good pitch too. The fastball off the outside corner of the plate. He just stayed on it, poked it right down that left field line.
So Lindsey working from the stretch now. Looks back to 2nd. Pitch to Neal. Missing high, eye level, and it's 1 ball, no strikes. Tigers 5 runs on 8 hits tonight. Tennessee 4 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. That 1 error might make SportsCenter. Here's the 1-0. Foul back into the screen. Neal now an even count 1-1.
It might.
I won't say that I've never seen that done before. I haven't seen it in person on the Sky infield fly ball to the mound by Pearson that every infielder Tennessee had was around but couldn't make the catch and ended up being a RBI double. Here's the 1-1, and Neal watches it in, but it's a strike on the outer half, and he falls behind 1-2.
I've actually seen it once. On a Friday night in 1997, Patrick Coogan had a shutout in the 9th inning, and it started to rain a little bit. Same exact thing, fly ball, except for it hit the rubber and bounced straight up in the air. And a guy named Tim Hudson was the one that hit it, lost the shutout. Still won the game, but it was unfortunate.
Dangerous take there, but they'll rule it a little high at the letters to make it 2-2 to Neal.
But at least our guys had the rain to blame on it, right? I mean,
well, I guess Tennessee. Well, I don't know if they could blame the wind or not. Nobody was near it. Runner at second, 2 down. Pitch to Neal. Breaking ball. Did he go? They appealed. Nowhere close, so it's now a full count.
Well, I know one thing for sure. If I'm Tony Vitello, when I get back to Knoxville, we're going to hit fly balls until my hands bleed and work on pop fly communication in the infield because they've struggled with that a couple times this weekend.
Here's the payoff delivery, and just staying alive. Neal fouls it off and maybe caught it off the foot or the leg and maybe the ankle as he goes to the ground and now will kind of try to walk it off. And training crew and Jay Johnson coming out of the dugout, but Neal sends him right back in.
Yeah, just tell him to take his time. That's just a bad feeling. We've talked about it. You've stubbed your toe before. We all have. Middle of the night, you feel like the good Lord himself has come down to bring you back up, and that pain is a little more intense than the old stub of the toe on the bed frame.
So Neal gets a hand as he digs back in. Opportunity here for LSU. They lead by 1, 5-4. They've got Jobert down at second. 2 outs, and Lindsey, the right-hander. The payoff pitch. Called strike 3. Neal thought it was ball 4. Home plate umpire Brian Hale did not agree, and Lindsey records his second strikeout. That'll end it for LSU. No runs, 1 hit. They leave 1 man on at second base. We go to the top of the 6th here at the box. Game 2, and LSU leading 5-4 over the Vols on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Hey Tiger fans, your new favorite local delivery app is here. Download the ASAP app to get all of your game day needs delivered right to your door. All season long, make sure to use promo code TIGERS22. You'll score $5 off your order and automatically be entered in the Winner ASAP Dinner Sweepstakes for a chance to win tickets to see the Tigers in action. That's promo code TIGERS22. ASAP.com is the official mobile ordering partner of LSU Athletics.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Are you a homeowner looking to keep your home cool while saving money? Perhaps you're an HVAC contractor who wants to offer customers more efficient, more consistent home comfort. Luxair is the name to know for unmistakably efficient and reliable home cooling and great business building programs for contractors too. Contact your Luxair dealer to find out more. Or if you're a contractor, visit SolarSupplyLuxair.com to learn about working with Luxair.
To the action of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Things getting tight in Dallas. About 9 minutes to go. 59-55, Virginia Tech leading LSU. Tigers hanging tough there in the women's Final Four. We'll keep you posted as we move along. It's 5-4. LSU with the lead as Jay Johnson now brings in Chase Shores. Freshman right-hander. Delivers the first pitch to Jared Dickey for a called strike, and it's 0-1. Shores, 6'8", 245 pounds, blows this one by him. 99 miles an hour for the big right-hander, and it's 0-2. Shores coming in, making his 7th appearance. 3rd out of the bullpen, and with the shift on, opposite field, base hit by Dickey into left. Able to stick that one with an 0-2 count. Just went the other way, and nobody at home at shortstop with the shift. That's the 7th hit of the night for Tennessee, and again the Volunteers have the leadoff man aboard. As we'll see the designated hitter. Dylan Dreiling now to the plate, a left-handed hitter once again for the Volunteers. been effective. Back-to-back base hits, one in the second, one in the fourth. And Shore's going to keep an eye on Dickey over at first base. Throws over. The Volunteer left fielder, 3 of 5 on stolen bases for the year. Pitch to the plate, off speed, misses outside, 1-0. Shores with a 2.2 ERA on the year. Been called upon in big spots so far in his freshman campaign. 16 1/3 innings worth of work as this one outside, now 2-0. Dreiling steps out for a moment, digs back in. Shores taking over for Ty Floyd. We'll get you his final line in a moment. Here's the 2-0 from Shores. Misses high. Now 3 balls, no strikes. Ty Floyd goes 5 full innings, gives up 6 hits, 4 runs, all 4 earned, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. Tennessee utilizing the long ball effectively tonight with the wind blowing out. The 3-0 take is on. It's a strike to Dreiling, and it's 3-1. Shores will glance over to first. Now comes set with 6 on the pitch clock. The 3-1 in the air to left field. Joe Bear going back and gets to the track, and he has room to make the play for out number 1. And we'll send Dickey back to first base. And we'll bring Hunter Inslee, the center fielder, to the plate. Inslee tonight 1 for 2, had the solo home run in the second. Popped out to Dugas at second base back in the 4th frame.
That's a big out for Chase Shores. Anytime you come on in relief, getting that first one is the most important.
Inslee, the right-handed hitter, as Shores fires, chopping ground ball, and it's a base hit into center field. Jumps on the pitch, and now runners first and second with 1 out.
Some action down in the LSU bullpen. That's Griffin Herring. Kind of expected to see him at least get loose at some point tonight with all the lefties in this lineup. Wes Johnson going to go out to have a talk with Chase Shores.
So now Denton will be up next. He's 1 for 2. He had the 2-run homer for the Volunteers in the 4th inning to give them that 4-3 lead. Of course, LSU would answer in the bottom of the 4th. With a 5-4 lead at the moment. Now double barrel action is, I believe, Riley Cooper joining Griffin Herring, both left-handers throwing down in the bullpen.
Yeah, and it's unlikely, unfortunately, that we'll see Nate Ackenhausen tonight. A little feedback earlier today. I actually got to visit with his dad a little bit. It wasn't an ankle or a calf. It was actually a hamstring
yeah.
on that wild pitch. Hopefully he won't be out too long because, boy, do we need that arm out of the bullpen. Of course, he's just coming back from being on the shelf for a couple weeks. But one would think if everything was normal, he would definitely be one of those 2 lefties down there warming up.
So with runners first and second in a 1-run game and 1 out, Denton steps in. The pitch to the left-hander. A little tapper back to the mound. Coming off the mound is going to be Shores. His only play is to first. Throws to Morgan in time for the 1-3 putout. 2 gone. Runners advance second and third. Now
well, we've been here before.
Yes, now you get to Christian Scott. 8th in the order for Tennessee. 0 for 2 tonight. Another left-hander in this lineup. 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts.
Jay Johnson going to stick with the tall right-hander here with a base open.
Scott hails from Clarksville, Tennessee, as the first pitch comes in. Overpowers in there with a fastball at 97. No full swing from Scott, and it's 0-1. The The 0-1 pitch in the air to left field on a rope. Joe Bear coming in. Basket catch. He has it for out number 3. Whew. Had to judge that one coming right at him and left.
Not an easy play.
And the Volunteers come up empty. No runs, 2 hits, and they leave 2 men on. It's still a 5-4 LSU lead. Tigers have top of the order coming up. Dugas, Morgan, and Cruz when we return on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager. Learning the lingo.
Jelly. Jelly adjective. Jelly is a shorter, better way to say jealous. As in, Chloe, I am like so jelly of your unicorn phone case.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same. Visit adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt US Kids, and the Ad Council.
We always picture the SEC student athlete for their speed, their vertical, their agility, but it's time we picture them for more. For their campus voice, their community outreach, and for the simple fact that 20 years later, they're still someone's pride and joy. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
When you went car shopping, you meant business. You ace vehicle history searches and test drives. You out-salesman to the salesman. Now you've got your wheels. If you manage that, you can get your retirement plan on track. Visiting aceyourretirement.org can help. With 401k tips and smart savings strategies, you'll have the info you need to get more for your future. Go to aceyourretirement.org, because when it comes to speeding past financial challenges, you're an ace. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
The powerhouse of college baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Real quick update from Big D. LSU 66, Virginia Tech 62 with just over 5 to go in the Final Four. Gavin Dugas steps to the plate. First pitch in the air, right center field, and hangs up.
No, that's off the wall.
Comes off the wall. Thought it was going to leave the park. But coming over from right field, Christian Scott made an effort but could not get to it. And a leadoff double for Gavin Dugas.
Yeah, on a normal night, probably just a fly ball just shy of the warning track, but that wind's been pointing to Tiger Stadium all night long. We've identified it early on in the game. It was going to be a factor.
Off the bat, it looked like it was headed towards right center field to get over the fence, but again, got enough of it out of the reach of Scott. He'll take the double. With nobody out, Trey Morgan to the plate. Morgan with 2 doubles on the night, 2 for 3 at the plate. Look out, first pitch. Woo, they'll say a strike on the inside corner. And it's 0-1. Morgan trying to back out of the way, but Lindsey gets it in there to make it 0-1. The 0-1 to Trey. Fights this one off. It was a little low in the zone. Fouls it towards the third base dugout. Now Trey behind in the count 0-2. Fans, visit your local Kubota dealer. See why Kubota, the #1 rated reliable tractor under 100 horsepower in the US of A. Visit LSUKubotaDealers.com for your nearest Kubota dealer. Runner at second. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Bouncer towards second base. The shortstop left of the bag. Ahuna makes the play. He'll throw to first. But Morgan does his job. Yep. Advances Dugas to third, just 1 out. And we have Mr. Dylan Cruz coming to the plate. Dylan 0 for 2 tonight. Did reach base on 2 occasions. One by error on a pop fly to the second baseman, Christian Moore. And then also a walk back in the 4th inning.
I just want him, look, I'm not asking, I just want him to hit one off the batter's eye. It's not asking too much, is it?
Lindsey winds, fires, strike at the knees. 0-1.
A quiet weekend so far for Dylan Cruz. Only 1 for 6.
The 0-1 pitch. Misses low and inside. He loaded the bat and it was close, but it's ruled ball 1.
Ooh.
Gavin Dugas takes his lead off of third. One away here in a 5-4 LSU ball game. 1-1 to Cruz. Nope. Skips off the dish. 2-1.
How locked in is Gavin Dugas right now?
Oh, man.
I swear. He's so much fun to play, to watch play.
New baseball requested by Andrew Lindsay, the Tennessee reliever. He gets it from home plate umpire Brian Hale. 2-1 the count to Cruz. Here's the pitch. Gonna hit him. Oh, boy. That's gonna leave a mark. But Dillon's all right. He'll toss the bat. He'll reach base for the third time tonight. Still looking for a hit. That time a hit batter will put runners first and third.
You know, sometimes when you look at a hitter, they're 0 for 2, 0 for 3, right? Like, it doesn't really mean necessarily they had a bad night. Tonight, Dylan Cruz is 0 for 2, but he's reached base 3 out of 4 times.
Now we have a mound visit from Frank Anderson, the pitching coach for Tennessee. He's staring down Brian Hale for some reason.
Oh, he's been chirping all weekend.
He is crusty, is he
mean,
not?
Lord have mercy.
Every time. Oh, now he's kicking around the mound a little bit as he gets out there. He's trying to dig his cleats in as he
looks
talks
like
to his
that
pitcher.
old pawpaw on the front porch, you know? I mean, every single time he's walked out there, he is popping those gums to the home plate umpire. Look, he'll do it again right now. No, he's going to be quiet this time.
Jay Johnson also bringing over the offensive players. They'll huddle up. He takes advantage of those mound visits when the Tigers have runners aboard.
TV crews all over Dylan Cruz's
doggy spikes. So now we got Tommy White to the plate. Prime opportunity here. One out, runner at first and third. White had a double with an RBI. Again, 43 ribbies on the year for Tommy White. He's got Dugas at third, Cruz at first. Lindsay fires to the plate. Swung on in the air, shallow right field. Coming in is going to be Christian Scott. Dugas now on his way in. The throw to the plate, up the line. Taylor drops the baseball, and Dugas is safe. Tigers extend the lead 6-4. The throw was pretty good by Scott, a little up the third base line. But the throw there in time, had Scott held on, that would have been a much closer play.
Yeah, he just didn't hold on to the ball. But what about Dylan Cruz just, doing his all-American thing out there? The throw, as soon as it ricocheted off that catcher's mitt, Cruz was off to second base. And the Tigers still with a runner in scoring position for Beloso.
So with 2 down, Cruz, plenty of speed. He's at second base. Beloso tonight 1 for 2. It's a 6-4 LSU lead. Lindsay fires. Swung on, bouncing ground ball to second. Moore comes up, gloves it, throws to first. That'll do it for LSU. However, they do add to their lead. 1 run on 1 hit. They leave 1 man on. We head to the top of the 7th here at the box. 6-4 Tigers on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
When it comes to investing in your home's comfort, it's never just one thing. You want to make sure you get an air-conditioned system that's reliable, affordable, energy efficient, backed by a strong warranty, and is installed by a dealer you can trust. That's why people who insist on the best choose Trane. Plus, right now, Trane is offering special financing. So what's not to love? Visit TraneSouth.com to find a local Trane dealer today. It's hard to stop a Trane. Subject to credit approval. Ask for details.
When you're done listening to the Tigers take another victory, the rest of the city will be waiting. After all, there's a lot more to Baton Rouge than just Saturday nights. From famous historic landmarks to iconic hole-in-the-walls, even some of the world's best blues joints, there's something special around every corner. But these foodie flavors and soulful sounds are just a sample of what Baton Rouge has to offer. Whatever you're into, it's all right here. Go to visitbatonrouge.com and start putting together your post-game playbook.
Y'all feeling lucky? Luke Combs here with the new Living Lucky with Luke Combs Scratch-Off. It's your exclusive opportunity to win the Living Lucky with Luke Combs prize package. You'll join me in Nashville for a private concert at the Ryman Auditorium in 2024. Where one lucky winner will have the chance to walk away with $500,000. When it rains, it pours for lottery players who enter to win a chance of a lifetime.
Play Living Lucky with Luke Combs from the lottery. Win up to $100,000. Must be at least 21 to purchase.
6-4, LSU leads by 2 over Tennessee. Top of the 7th inning here in Game 2 of this series. A little different from last night. And LSU got the win 5-2. Early part of this game. And Game 1, very difficult to get runners on and runners in. First pitch, slapped to right field. Coming over, Josh Pearson able to get to it. Right off the bat, Tavares Tears, who came in to pinch hit. We saw him pinch hit last night, go down on strikes. And
that was another left-handed bat. They pinch hit for the right-handed Charlie Taylor.
Coach Jay Johnson told Bill Franquez after the game, he said, hey, look, we had a scouting report on Tears. Yeah. He's a masher.
You can see it. That ball would have been off the Intimidator if he hadn't been off the cap of the bat.
Now Ahuna, top of the order. Strike thrown in by Shores, and it's 0-1.
Chris, you got a Lady Tigers update?
I do. 72-65. A minute 40 to go in the game in Dallas. At one point, I think LSU had outscored Virginia Tech in the fourth quarter, 22-3. That's a pretty big run. You said they would get one.
They're going to get one.
Well, they got it.
I told you Kramer's mom had things under control.
9-point lead for LSU women's basketball now with a minute and a half to play. 1 ball, 1 strike to Ahuna. Nice pitch. Ahuna with no offering, and he gets behind 1 and 2. The leadoff hitter for the Volunteers, solo home run in the first, aboard on a walk in the third. Struck out swinging in the 5th inning. Shores, the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Got him again. Back-to-back strikeouts. Ahuna goes down. Shores with his first Super One Food strikeout of the night. 2 gone here in the top of the 7th inning.
See you, Chase Shores. Boy, this kid's going to be so good in a year. Not that he's not good now. Don't get me wrong.
One of the top prep arms in the state of Texas.
Paul Skenes good in a year or 2.
Now we'll see Christian Moore. First pitch outside. Got loose from Shores. 1-0. Nobody on, 2 outs. Tigers up 6-4 here in the top of the 7th. Counting on this freshman right-hander. Pitch again off the plate to the right-hander. 2 balls, no strikes now to Moore.
Chris, how many warm-up pitches you think Griffin Herring has made in the last 2 ball games? I think he's up to 80 or 90 at this point.
He's close.
I mean,
2-0 delivery. Swing and a miss. And a little tap, but that's all on a 97-mile-an-hour heater from Chase Shores. Well, again, when you stand 6'8", and that's coming down on you at 96 miles an hour.
It seems like harder than 96.
2-1 the count. Shores fires. Popped up. Looks like it'll find its way out of play. Morgan going to give it a look, but catches the overhang here at the box, and it's 2-2. Tiger fans, get ready to taste victory with a Victory Grill from Barbecue Guys. Get your Victory Grill today. Become a backyard barbecue champ. Only at bbqguys.com. 2-2 pitch. Little tapper foul down the third base line. Keeps the count 2-2 to Moore. Tavares Tears came in to pinch hit for Taylor in the 9 spot. Flied out to right field. Ahuna struck out swinging. Now a 2-2 pitch coming from Shores to Moore. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Inside below the belt. Moore couldn't find it. Shores with his second Super One Food strikeout, 2 in this inning. Time to stretch it out at the box. Got another great one. 6-4 LSU leads by 2. Tigers coming to the plate. 6, 7, and 8. Pearson, Thompson, and Joe Bear when we return on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Tom has been a teacher for over 40 years. One day, I think one of the students had asked the question and he didn't remember the answer. And I also noticed that he was letting his class out earlier than they were supposed to let out. I was really starting to worry.
Levi and I talked about how it would change our lives, but he was there beside me.
When something feels different, it could be Alzheimer's. Now is the time to talk. Visit alz.org/ourstories to learn more. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
We always picture the SEC student athlete for their speed, their vertical, their agility, but it's time we picture them for more. For their campus voice, their community outreach, and for the simple fact that 20 years later, they're still someone's pride and joy. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
Papa, why can't we telegraph while riding a horse?
Son, there ain't no one to blame but Jeffro. He was riding old Betsy the Stallion, tip-tapping away at his telegraph, when blam! Ran right into the side of the saloon.
Well, if Jeffro can't do it, neither should you. Don't text and drive.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Back to the action of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball
quick.
on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Josh Pearson starts things off for LSU in the bottom of the seventh. Tigers leading 6-4 over Tennessee. First pitch, a bouncer foul. First base line gives us an opportunity to pause 10 seconds. Station identification on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Your home for LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball, the LSU Sports Radio Network, and streaming on the LSU Sports mobile app.
The 0-1 to Pearson, off speed, misses outside from Andrew Lindsay, who's now pitched 2 2/3 innings, giving up 2 hits, 1 run. It was earned, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts in relief of Chase Burns, who started the game. Here's the 1-1. Pearson swings, lifts it foul out of play left side. By the way, Burns tonight 3 1/3, 7 hits by the Tigers, 5 runs, all 5 earned, 1 walk, did have 7 strikeouts. Again, LSU, just like with Dolander, they were able to get the hits when they needed it. They were able to do the same with Burns. Here's the 1-2 to Pearson. Inside, gets away from Taylor. Or rather, Dickey now has moved to catch. They put Booker to replace Dickey in left field after Tears came in to pinch hit. Kyle Booker, a junior, takes over and left Dickey back behind the plate where he started last night. This one in on the hands, popped up foul to the screen behind home plate. And it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fans H&E Equipment Services, the official construction equipment partner of LSU Athletics. For all of your rental needs, call 877-700-RENT or visit HERentals.com today. Pearson awaits the 2-2. Swung on, ground ball to first. Handling the short hop is Burke. He'll get to the bag first for out number 1.
Couple interesting scores around the league, Chris. Auburn still ahead at Gainesville, 9-1. They lead the Gators. They're in the top of the 8th. And how about them Bulldogs in Starkville looking down at their first SEC win of the year? They lead it 10-3 over South Carolina in the bottom of the 6th inning. Looking ahead, South Carolina, their first SEC loss of the year.
Thompson stands in, 0 for 3 tonight, including 2 strikeouts in the first pitch, fastball in the outer half, and it's 0-1. A right-hander throwing, catcher not down yet for Tennessee in the left field bullpen. Here's the 0-1, swing and a miss. And with a breaking ball, and it's 0-2. So Thompson trying to get aboard here with 1 out. Lindsey starts the wind, the 0-2. Swung on, lifted in the air, foul territory, first base side. Burke coming over, has room, and he will make the grab for out number 2. Made the catch, then went into the screen right at the barrier. Thompson pops up foul territory, and now we'll see Braden Jobert. Jobert was caught looking in the second, struck out swinging in the fourth, but delivered a double there in the 5th inning. He was left stranded.
Just can't get a number on the guy in the bullpen. Won't turn around.
Pitch to Jobert. Ground ball could be tough. The shortstop Ahuna makes the grab. The throw up the line. No way you're getting Jobert. That meantime, Ahuna having to go about as far as you could possibly go to get a glove on it, give him an A for effort there, but no chance with all of the momentum headed towards the third base side. Couldn't make that throw to get Joe Bear.
Yep, that's a base hit all day. Joe Bear's second of the night.
So they will pin in a pinch runner now for Joe Bear. Paxton Kling will take over at first base as we'll see Brady Neal come to the plate. Brady 1 for 3 tonight. First delivery, slap, line drive, hit the glove of Burke. He lost it. Now coming to pick it up is Moore. He'll toss back to Burke in time for out number 3. Smoked off the bat of Neal.
I had double all day on it.
Almost in the webbing of Burke, but he was able to knock it down enough for Moore to flip the first in time. So the Tigers no runs, 1 hit. They leave a man on. We go to the top of the 8th. It's 6-4. Tigers lead over Tennessee on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Southern Air Heating and Cooling is proud to be an official sponsor of LSU Athletics. Their team of AC professionals have been serving the comfort needs of the people of Louisiana for over 25 years. Much like the fans of the Tigers, our commitment to Tiger athletics and providing great service remains as strong as ever. Southern Air Heating and Cooling. Go Tigers! Hey, Baton Rouge, don't go to just settle for boring old frozen pizza for dinner. Head over to Fat Boys Pizza, where size matters. Come check out their large pies that measure 30 inches across, but the number scarcely does it justice. When you see their 30-inch pie, your whole world got smaller, and your idea of pizza got bigger. From delicious pizza choices, chicken wings, garlic knots, and so much more, stop by Fat Boys Pizza, located on Nicholson Drive in Baton Rouge, or visit them online at eatfatboyspizza.com. NIL is dominating the college sports scene, and LSU has positioned itself at the front of the pack. But to remain competitive and stay ahead of the rest, we need your support. Bayou Traditions is the official NIL collective of LSU Athletics. Join the tradition and become a member by signing up online at BayouTraditionsCollective.com. Members receive exclusive access to LSU student athletes that you can't get anywhere else. Help ensure LSU remains a leader in the NIL arena. Sign up today at BayouTraditionsCollective.com.
The powerhouse of college baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
6-4 LSU leads Tennessee. We now move to the top of the 8th inning here at Alex Box Stadium. And leading things off will be Blake Burke. 3, 4, and 5 hitters due up. Part of the order here for Tennessee as LSU makes the move on the mound. Griffin Herring take over. Left-hander fires, and it's a strike on the inside corner. 0-1 at 92 miles an hour for Herring.
Second appearance in league play for Griffin Herring on the season. This is outing number 7.
The 0-1 fouled back above the third base dugout. 0-2. By the way, Pearson, of course, moving from right to left field as Kling came in to pinch run for Joe Bear. So Paxton Kling takes over in right.
Herring has been very good, Chris. A 1.29 ERA. He's 2-0 in 7 innings, only 5 hits and 1 run allowed. He has 2 walks and 7 strikeouts.
The 0-2. Fastball in on the hand, swing and miss. Burke down on strikes. Herring, it's his first Super One Foods strikeout to start the top of the 8th. 1 away. We'll see Jared Dickey, who started the game in left field, moved to catcher. Of course, started last night behind the dish for Tennessee. He's 1 for 3 and a base hit in the 6th inning. First delivery a little high at the letters, 1-0.
You know, you talk to these recruiting coaches. I've gotten to know all of them over the years. Javi and Cliff Godwin, and of course Nolan Kane.
1-0, a beautiful strike there from Herring to even it up 1-1.
And when we're talking about the pitchers they're looking at, those lefties, when they throw 90, the old saying is a lefty that throws 90 always plays in college baseball. And this kid throws it in there in the mid-90s.
Back at us, fouled back into the screen, and now Herring ahead 1-2 as the box is getting up there.
We're getting fired up right now. I think maybe
1-2 delivery down in the dirt. Blocked up. Moves the count 2-2.
That was some serious excitement. I feel like everybody's looking up here at us.
Nah, no chance. Here's the 2-2. Ground ball towards second. Dugas takes it on the hop. Takes his time. Throws to Morgan. 2 down.
Well, right here in this area, it looked like I thought maybe an engagement, a proposal or something was going on. Nobody was looking at the field, and everyone's still looking back here, but they got loud about something, man.
Lady Tigers won.
Oh, the Lady Tigers won, Chris.
Of course.
That's what it was all about. Of course it was.
And we're able to see the monitors down there.
That's exactly what happened. How about them Lady Tigers and Kim Mulkey?
79-72, a final in Dallas.
Yes, ma'am.
Punch their ticket for a chance for a national title. There's a called strike now to get ahead on Dryland. It's 0-1.
I'm just checking, but is that good in your second year with the program to play for the national championship?
Puts a lot of pressure on any second-year coach across the country.
It really does, doesn't it?
The 0-1, inside corner at the knees from Herring. It gets ahead 0-2.
Yeah, meanwhile, Griffin Herring is just dealing right now.
Two outs. Top of the 8th. Herring fires. Swing and a miss. Down on strikes. Goes Dryling. Herring comes in. Impressive much. 2 Super 1 food strikeouts in the top of the 8th inning. It's still 6-4 as Tennessee goes in order. Top of the order for LSU due up. Dugas, Morgan, and Cruz. Stay with us on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
It's 4 a.m. Monday, and you're literally sucking baby snot through a tube because she's congested. Man, that's love. And if you love her that much, love her enough to make sure she's buckled in the right car seat. To make sure your child's in the right seat for their age and size, visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Show them you love them. Keep them safe. Visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
We always picture the SEC student athlete for their speed, their vertical, their agility, but it's time we picture them for more. For their campus voice, their community outreach, and for the simple fact that 20 years later, they're still someone's pride and joy. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
Put a frog in boiling water and it'll jump right out. But put a frog in cool water and slowly heat it up, that frog will boil. As veterans, we tell ourselves the lie that we can handle anything. We let the water boil. You are not a frog. If you or a veteran you know needs support, don't wait. Reach out. Find resources at va.gov/reach. That's va.gov/reach. Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
Back to the action of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Top of the order starts things off here in the bottom of the 8th inning with LSU leading 6-4 to be Gavin Dugas. 2 for 4 at the plate tonight in the leadoff spot. Lindsey fires, big swing and a miss, and it's 0-1. Dugas a strikeout victim to Burns in the first inning. Popped up to the second baseman Moore in the second, then a solo home run in the fourth, and a double came around to score. There's another swing and a miss. Lindsey, the fastball low in the zone, and it's 0-2. Lindsey winds, the 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. That time got him with a breaking ball. Dugas down on strikes for the second time tonight. 1 away. Here in the bottom of the 8th inning, we'll see Trey Morgan. He's done damage as well. Also 2 for 4 coming into this at bat. A double came around to score in the first. Another double in the 4th inning. Had a fly out to left and a ground out to Ahuna, the shortstop, last time in the 6th inning. 1 away, bottom of the 8th. Pitch to Morgan. Look out. Just missed him and gets away from Dickey, the catcher. Rolls to the backstop. It's 1-0. 1-0 pitch to Morgan. Swung on and absolutely swiped to right field. Base hit for Morgan. Third hit of the night for Trey, and a one-out single as the runner aboard. I tell you what, I love this run for LSU women's basketball because it does wonders for Patrick Wright. For over 30 years, he's called the action. He's back in the Final Four, and my phone has blown up the last couple of days. Everybody wanting to talk to Patrick. Well deserved. No, he's sky high right now.
Oh, my goodness.
Throw over to first. Almost got away from Burke. Lindsay almost airmailed that one, but Morgan back safely. Dylan Cruz at the plate. Dylan's reached base 3 times tonight. Once by error, one by walk, one hit by pitch last time in the 6th. But still looking for that first hit tonight. Swing and a miss on the breaking ball, and it's 0-1 to Dylan. Runner at first, one down. Pitch from Lindsay. Swing and a miss. Fastball. Got by Dylan. It's 0-2. The wind continuing to blow out has the entire night towards Tiger Stadium. Lindsay checks the runner. The 0-2 bouncing ground ball.
Get through. Yes, sir.
For the base hit. Morgan into second, Cruz into first, and the hit streak continues. That is 25 games in a row for Dylan Cruz.
Wow, this guy is pretty good at baseball. I mean, I don't know what else to say.
Now we'll see Tommy White. LSU now with runners first and second, just one away. And again, there's double barrel action for Tennessee. It's interesting, we get here to the bottom of the 8th inning. Last night, Tennessee in the loss used 2 arms, maybe arguably two of their top 2 arms. First pitch to White, swung on, ground ball, but in perfect position is going to be Moore. He'll take the ground ball, step on second, throw to first for the double play, and that'll end it for LSU. Here in the bottom of the 8th inning, no runs, 2 hits, and they leave one man on. Go to the top of the 9th inning. Tennessee trailing 6-4. Last chance for the Vols here in Game 2 on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Oh, man, I'm glad you're here. Sit down and visit with me, Mom. I'm making it all ready for supper with my family tonight. I can't wait to hug my grandbabies and pass a good time over some good food. Ooh, I better start my rice. You know, it seems like all the best meals start by cooking some rice. Cajun country rice, of course. It's what you gotta have when you're cooking with love. I pick it up down the street at the grocery store, and I can even buy it online at CajunCountryRice.com. Y'all stay and eat. There's plenty, yeah.
Hi, I'm Kevin Falk, LSU Hall of Famer. My years at LSU were amazing. I've always loved celebrating with my teammates, especially when someone was serving up some delicious Manda salsa. For a lot of Tiger fans, it's just not game day without Manda in the mix. Serving top quality sauces and original seasoning is Manda's strong side. But it's not Manda's flavor that's always got me running back for more. You get it? Running back for more. After 75 years, the flavor still says it all. Manda Fine Meats, the official smoke sauce of LSU Athletics.
Tiger fans 12 and younger, don't miss your chance to be a part of Mike's Kids Club, presented by Shell, the exclusive kids club of LSU Athletics. Join Mike's Kids Club for only $25. Get the official Mike's Kids Club t-shirt, free admission to select LSU athletic events, and much, much more. To learn about upcoming events and to join, please visit LSUMKC.com. The Mike's Kids Club, presented by Shell.
Of college baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Here we go to the top of the 9th inning. LSU leading by 2 runs, 6-4. Griffin Herring will start his 2nd inning of work. Hunter Inslee will lead it off for the Vols. The left-hander fires to the right-hander, and it's a strike on the outside corner. 0-1. Inslee tonight 2 for 3. Had the solo home run in the second. Popped out to Dugas at second base in the fourth and had a single left stranded in the sixth inning. The 0-1 ground ball. Tommy White at third. Picks it up. Throws to first. 1 down, 2 to go for the Fighting Tigers of LSU.
Wow, Griffin Herring.
At the plate for the Volunteers, third baseman Zane Denton.
Zane Denton now will come to the plate. He's 1 for 3. He had the 2-run homer in the fourth. Fly out and a comebacker to the mound last time in the sixth inning. 1 away, top of the ninth. Herring fires. Just misses, not by much. Maybe low, maybe outside, but it's 1-0.
14 pitches for Herring, 11 strikes, and that one could have gone either way.
1-0 pitch. Lifted in the air, down the line in right, could be playable. Yep. Coming over, Paxton Kling, plenty of speed. He's got it in foul territory. 2 down, 1 to go for the Fighting Tigers of LSU. Like a gazelle in right field.
He can really move.
And the Tiger fans here at the box rise from their seats with 2 down. Looks like we'll get a pinch hitter here for Tennessee with 2 down in the top of the ninth. Cal Stark, a junior, 6'1", 204 pounds. Hometown boy from Knoxville, Tennessee, a right-handed hitter. Herring fires. Strike. Outside corner, letter high. 0-1. Stark batting for the 36th time this season, hitting .257 on the year. The 0-1. Just missed the outside corner. That time Neal was trying to frame it. And it's 1-1. Tiger lefty fires the 1-1.
Come on, Blue.
Wow, that one must have missed low. 2 balls, 1 strike. Two outs, top of the ninth. Tigers up 6-4, a 2-1 count. The pinch hitter Stark. Pitch swung on, fouled back into the screen. We got a full, or rather even count, 2-2. And again, the Tigers here at the box on their feet.
Yes, sir. It'll get loud here in a second.
Griffin Herring, freshman left-hander, looks in. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Neal will have to throw down to first. He does, but Morgan brought him off the bag in foul territory, and he didn't hold on. And the game continues.
Ball, honestly.
I did too.
Can we get the review there? It looks like Jay's going to come out and ask for it.
Jay's going to come out.
That looked like a foul ball off the bat.
Yeah, it looked like the trajectory changed, and
goodness.
It appeared that Neal was just trying to catch it to get the final out off the tip of the bat. But Jay Johnson out there talking with Brian Hale, the home plate umpire. And it will stand. Again, unable to get the runner out, although Herring, oh my goodness, had the swing and the miss.
Well, not only that, but the ball went down plenty of time to Trey Morgan and just kind of randomly popped out of his glove.
Griffin Merritt, who was in the game last night, will come in to pinch hit. At this point, he was 0 for 3 in game 1 against the Tigers, but with a 6-4 lead.
0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts last night.
Griffin Herring got some work to do here with 2 outs. Fires, misses low and inside, 1-0. Suddenly here in the 9th inning, the strike zone getting very tight. Merritt out of Cincinnati, Ohio. Has a runner at first, 2 down, top of the 9th. Herring fires. Fouled out of play right side. That'll even it up 1-1. Fans, TJ Ribs, legendary Louisiana barbecue, home of the Jay Johnson Show. Got every game all the time on the televisions, to go tailgate packages and event catering. located on Acadian Thruway and Segan Lane and online at tjribs.com. 2 outs, runner at first, a 1-1 count to Griffin Merritt, another pinch hitter for Tennessee, with the Tigers leading 6-4. There's a strike. 92-mile-an-hour fastball from Herring led her high, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes to Merritt. And again, the swell begins here at the box. Runner at first, 2 down, top of the 9th, 6-4, Tigers lead. The 1-2, swing and a miss. Tigers win, Tigers win. They clinch the series over Tennessee here in Baton Rouge. With the win, LSU now 24-3, 6-2 in conference action. For the Volunteers, they fall to 20-8, well under 500 now at 3-5 on the season. Tomorrow we finish it out as the Tigers try to go for a clean sweep of Big Orange. First pitch 1 o'clock, airtime 12:30. Tigers win 6-4 on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Albertsons is making shopping and saving easier than ever. Just for you deals is